We are live. We are
All right, cool.
live. We are live.
Oh, we're live right now.
We are. Wonder why I didn't do that
All right.
countdown thing.
All right. Well, let me. Yeah, what happened to the countdown, man?
Oh, wait, I got two on
Yeah,
here.
let me check and make sure we live. Let me go to the
We
channel.
are. I can hear it all.
Okay, yeah, we're live.
I don't
What's
know.
going on? We got some people in the building.
I don't
Thank
know.
you guys for tuning in.
I don't know why they're doing.
Um,
I don't like StreamYards.
why not?
Just saying. I do not like.
I think it's pretty cool,
I
actually.
don't like the
I think
yards.
it.
I like my streams not in yards but in meters. I want stream.
Listen, man, it does it. It does the trick.
I want stream meters.
To be honest with you.
We're just going to keep an eye on Ryzak and see how the first
Yep.
semi-final of Ryzak's Game Over is going.
Yes, guys. If you didn't know, it's Jeff, myself, and our partner Ryzak. Right now, he's doing. Can't call it double header because it's not back to back, but he's doing 2 episodes of his hit show called Game Over. He's doing one right now as we speak with Mr. Brian Chappelle from the Nerf Report versus my favorite content creator, Clive. And this is epic. They're going into, I think whoever wins this is going to be in the finals, right?
They're in the finals.
Sure.
This is it. This is
So-
semi-final number uno, which is why I threw it up on the screen so we can see, at the end. Unless you don't want to know,
Right.
if you guys are all going to go watch the VOD, then I'll turn it off.
Well, so anyway, guys, just want to let you guys know that's why he is not here right now. But we still got a stellar show for you. He will be jumping in a half an hour when the show is over.
Show must go on.
The show must go on because even when Jeff was on our first episode, hanging out in the bars, getting a drink, the show is still going.
It's true. What was I going to say? We got 2 guests. No, we don't. We have 2 big announcements and 1 guest.
Right.
I have a big announcement, and Antonio has a big announcement.
Yes,
and with
sir. Now wait.
We have a guest.
Hold on. Stay consistent, Jeff.
Do not.
Jeff, stay consistent. You've been saying 1.5 guests forever.
It's true. 1.5 guests.
1.5 guests.
Yeah.
All right.
Because the other guest is working and can't join.
60%, Bobby. All right.
How was your week, Antonio?
I'm not going to give you my PCA.
How was your week, Antonio? Who's there with you?
My stepson was asking me a question. But guys, my week has been pretty cool. I'm doing good right now. My week started off and I was a little bit upset because my car's in a little fender bender, but I got over it. And I've been driving this nice Jeep Cherokee. It's pretty cool. Got all the
Dude, what happened to the Mercedes?
I returned it.
Dude.
They wanted an extra $19 a day. And so it was like, wait, my insurance pays $50 a day. So the Mercedes was like $70 a day. It was like, no.
That's awesome. Love the Mercedes. I had one until last week.
Yeah, it was nice.
So I've got 2 videos that I'm editing right now.
Okay.
One is about my my new used car that I picked up.
Okay.
And the other one is about my new Go XLR Mini that I have sitting here.
Now, see, here's the thing, Jeff. What I like is when people. So I love video games. Video games are like more than movies. I don't know. My love for movies has really grown, but I've always loved movies. But I love when people step outside of the box of gaming. We're all fans of gaming, right? And that's what brought us here. But it's like I was telling you, I said, dude, do a review. Like I love when we step outside of gaming and do other stuff. So I'm looking forward to seeing both of your videos.
I'm working, and then of course I've also started a month in review, so I'm also editing that. So
okay,
I've got 3 videos that I'm hoping to get out in the next week or so.
Nice.
So I'm trying to follow your lead as the former.
Hey, listen, you're about to be the new king of content. You're gonna take over Ryzak.
Cannot beat Ryzak.
Oh no.
He's hey chat, what do you want? Do you want me to close the stream so you guys can watch the VOD later and not know the big wiener, the semifinal wiener, or keep it up? I'm good.
Well, eventually we're gonna have stuff to put on the screen also. So what I'm thinking is, I got 4 things I want to talk about. Remember, the cool thing, guys, is we do these shows and we're equals, right? So it's on Jeff's channel, it's on Ryzak's channel, then it's on my channel. Now, when we do the shows, each person whose show it's on or channel it's on, they're kind of like the host for the day, right? So this is Jeff rules today. So I just brought 4 topics of my own, and but I don't know where to sprinkle them because I do want Ryzek to be a part of the conversation. But as you said, the show must go on. So I'm trying to think what I don't need him for. I know one thing I'm gonna troll him because he's a little upset by. I guess I want him for that. Man, I want him for all of it, to be honest. But no, you know what? How about no?
You know what? How about this one? How about this?
Okay, go ahead.
Hang on, I'm going to try and bring the tweet. Can I bring the tweet up? I want more than just the tweet. I want the whole.
We're stalling here, guys.
Hold on. It is true.
Jeff, what's the weather like over in Canada today?
Pouring rain.
Oh, okay, it was raining today too. Not bad, but
pouring rain here.
Let's shout out
I am in Canada, as everybody knows. You can tell by the big flag behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to bring this up because I want to bring.
Well, let me say this while you're looking at that, guys. So the way this show goes is we discuss everything, gaming, and more, right? But the reason why it's called No Yes Men, if it's your first time watching, is a yes man is pretty much somebody that's like if Jeff said, I love Canada, and I say, I love Canada too. And then Ryzek said, I love Canada too. But on No Yes Men, if Jeff said, I love Canada, I'm like, Canada's trash. And he's like, Anthony, really? Why you got to go there? I don't like Canada. Now, Ryzek might say, bro, it's not trash, but I'm just not a fan, right? So meaning that we don't, what is the thing about beat to our own horn or blah, blah, blah? We are individuals and, we don't piggyback off of each other. Now, what the one thing we have in common is we all do love Stadia. Now, me, I only play on Stadia. Jeff plays on every damn thing. He's probably playing on the Commodore 64 this Friday for his retro game, his retro stream. And Ryzak, he loves what the hell is that whack game he likes playing? The card game where you bounce stuff around. Rocket League. So obviously you don't have Rocket League on Stadia. So he plays in a lot of different things as well. So when you guys watch this show, you're going to get a lot of different things. Now, here's the one thing that makes this show different and unlike anything any of you guys are watching. We actually, we don't hold back. So throughout the week, I'm just doing my regular life and I watch a lot of YouTube, more than I watch TV. And if I see something interesting with maybe one of your favorite content creators, I'm going to bring it up on the show and we will talk about it and we will actually name names. So that's one thing that other shows don't do. But anyway, take it away, Jeff.
Well, let's start about this week. They're the new August Pro Games.
Okay, it's a good place to start.
Very excited about the August Pro Games.
Yes.
Let's start in no particular order. I'm going to start with Grime. Some of you may, back in June when the demo first came out, I played it on stream and I played it the other night as well. I know Lee did as well, getting you guys excited. So it's funny. I was actually going to message Richard to see about getting, like doing a giveaway, doing a partnership, because I was about to say, I know it's not going to be a pro game, so let's figure out if I can, and then boom, there it was a pro game. So thank you to Richard and everyone at Akipura Games. The public.
So let me tell you why this is important to me. When you showed me Grime last month, I was interested. Now, I primarily like multiplayer games, but I love a 2D side scroller, right? And it looks creepy. It got my vibes. Now, I said to my wife, I showed her the trailer for Grime, and I showed her the trailer for Bloodstained. And I said, which one do you think I should get? Now, Grime doesn't come out to the August 2nd, so because I don't want both, so I will wait. So she said, I don't know, I like the Bloodstained. I was like, I don't know, the Grime thing looks cool. So I went with Bloodstained, I bought it, right? So then I said, well, you know what? I'm still going to buy Grime. I said, but oh, wait, Streets of Rage got announced. I said, so do you think I should buy Streets of Rage or should I buy that Grime game? Because I'm going to get one or the other. So then they announced that it's going to be on Pro, which saved me the money. So I bought Streets of Rage also. And now I'm going to have all three of the games that I was teeter-tottering about. So I'm excited, man. I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I played it and I love it. And I'm in there.
And let's say this, Jeff.
I'm in their Discord. I've made a few comments about a few things. I like it.
Well, you know what? On their Facebook page, it's cool, man. They write you back and everything.
They do.
But let's say this, Jeff. Here's one thing that's special. Grime is going to come out to Stadia day and date and be a part of Pro.
Exactly.
That's
I was
cool.
very surprised. I was about to message Richard and say, I know this is probably not going to be a pro game, but there it was. Boom, Pro. So
it was.
There you go. And of course, our all favorite Killer Queen Black.
Oh yeah.
Is also going to be a pro game. I know there is already a big Stadia community in the pro world, or in the
Right.
Killer Queen Black world, but
Right.
this will open it up to even more people. The new SBCN Connor did his first stream the other night.
Yep.
And Bat Pixie was doing it with Bat Pixie, and they were talking about this. And Bat Pixie and I had talked about this before. What was cool, and so for those of you that don't know, Killer Queen Black has a Jeff is so quiet. Is that because he's Canadian? Am I quiet? Dear.
I can hear you pretty good, actually. I got you in my ear.
Let me try this. There you go. Stadia Life. Let me know if that's any better. They have something called the B League. It's an unaffiliated group that does these Killer Queen Black competitions. Bat Pixie and Connor and Anthony, you guys were part of the first Stadia team. I formed the second Stadia team.
No, stop. You're downplaying it. What the people need to hear is this is an esports league. All right, guys. So Jeff and we were on the first ever esports Stadia teams. All right.
That's right.
And Jeff, so my group was the first ever. Jeff's group had the very first ever match.
True that.
Esports Stadia match.
True that.
So just want people to hear that.
And what was great about it is most of the other participants had never heard of Stadia.
Right.
Or Stadia. So I know.
Really? Remember they was on your match, they was like, the team Stadia.
Yeah.
They was like, is that how you say it? I was like, I think so.
No, and I think Bat Pixie and you guys, a few of you were in the chat kind of correcting them, right?
Right.
Every time we played, it was like, oh, look, this is a Stadia team. Talk about
it.
So they would talk more about Stadia. And plus the Killer Queen Black community. And I'm not even talking about Liquid Bit. I'm not even talking about, know, the team there, Matt and Jackie and everyone there. I'm just talking about the community. Before we had our first game, the people who we were going to be playing against, she messaged me and said, do you guys want some practice? Do you want us to show you some stuff? Like we jumped, it was actually on one of my SBCN streams we had. So we were practicing, they were teaching us, they were giving us tips. This is the team we were going to play the next night, but they didn't care. They were just happy to help us, so.
Or were they learning your moves so they could beat you?
We had no moves. No, they're very good.
Same.
They're a very good team. So they've been playing for years and we'd only been collectively we'd only been playing a few weeks. And that, right? But that's what's great about and so now with it as a pro game, I think there was a lot of people who didn't buy it because they didn't either get it, they didn't understand it. But I think now as a pro game, I know Squids was playing it last night. I think we can get more people in playing the game in the Stadia community. And the next time they do a league, a tournament, they can be more than just the two Stadia teams. We can have a whole bunch of them. I know Lee was Lee in the chat right on cue. He was talking about forming a I don't know if because we had to pick East or West Coast. I don't know how it works with the UK, but I think Lee was thinking of, and maybe now he'll form the third Stadia based league in Killer Queen Black.
And you know what's crazy? I'm living the East Coast, but I got put in the West Coast because Bat Pixie didn't realize that. And I didn't know, so he never asked me that. So I was actually an East Coast player, but on the West Coast league.
I picked the West Coast because of my boy Squids. Just because I know with his work commitments, I thought the West Coast league would be better suited for him. Plus, I knew
Ray.
And Ray, yes. And then I knew Ryzak and I could do any time. So if it was 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock our time, I knew that.
Honestly,
and William was only an hour behind, so I wasn't again sure.
Yeah, and the same thing happened for me. Like we would play at like 10:30, 9:30. I was like, that's perfect for me. Yeah. It didn't interfere with anything in my day.
Now, I will admit, the other games I don't know a lot about.
Okay.
So I don't know much about the other ones. So Valkyrie Chronicles 4. Okay, I lied. It came from space. I never played it. I never purchased it the last time. I think Ryzak loves the game.
So let me tell a quick little story. So when I first met Ryzak, didn't really know him. He was new to the SBCN. He may have did one stream. And I said, hey, man, you seem like a cool guy. I'll jump in and play some games with you. He said, well, I'm playing later. I'm going to play you ate my neighbors, right? Or I just said that wrong. Aliens came from outer space and ate my brain.
Yeah,
So he said it. I said, oh, is it multiplayer? He said, yeah. So okay, cool. He said, yeah, it's multiplayer online. I bought the game, went on to play them later on, kind of find out it wasn't multiplayer online. And I was like, dude, you just made me buy a game. But my wife and I got to play it a couple times. And look, on cue, my wife just jumped in the chat. Wow, that's special because she doesn't really jump in that often. But my wife and I played it and we had a ball. And then my daughter even streamed it one day. So it's actually not a bad game. It's a top-down game where you run around and just shoot things. It's fun. And the only bad thing is it's not online multiplayer, but it is couch co-op. So.
Oh, okay. Well, that's why you and the wife could play it then. Okay, that makes
Yep.
sense. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
Now
it's a pro game. I try to try all the pro games. I know you do a stream the first, second of the month whenever the game is available. Obviously, Grime's not out till the second, whatever.
Yeah, I think I'll just have to wait on that because how can I do my community pro game first look and leave out Grime? So, which sucks because it's a Sunday, so I would have more time. But
there's three other games we can play. Hi, Sandy Beaches. Great to have you in the chat.
That's Mrs. Cowboy or
Mrs.
Cow
Cowboy?
whatever.
Mrs.
Cowgirl. But she's a cowgirl.
Yeah, so it's a Sunday. We can still do it. It's gonna be pouring rain.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave out a game. Now if I had the demo, that would have been kind of cool because I would have just played the demo, and added it. Like, oh well. But anyway,
Sandy Ryzak is here. He's just finishing up his game over stream. I am monitoring that.
Yep.
And he will be here at 6 o'clock when he finishes that. And
he's doing 2 game over streams today.
2 game overs tonight and hours. He's going to be doing
2 of his game over shows today.
Yep.
Things got a little messed up last week, so he crammed 2 in one day.
Yeah.
So he's doing 1 at 5 and then 1 at 8.
You know what? Sometimes work gets in our way, and I think that was Elijah Mix. I think he just had a work issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
You know what? Same thing. Work issues. We got 2 big announcements though. He'll be here for the 2 big announcements. So.
Yep. So let's touch Valkyrie Chronicles. So this was a game that Ray played a lot. It's a JRPG. It looks pretty cool, but it's not even turn-based. Well, I guess it is traditional turn-based. It's but they call it something else. You actually grab your characters and move them in different spots, and then they attack. Whereas turn-based, your characters stay at one spot, and then they run up, attack, and then come back. So it is interesting. At one point in time, I was actually going to buy it because I thought it looked that interesting. And then here's something, guys. It was supposed to be the very next game that Ray and I battled against on the Stadia hype. So it was Valkyrie Chronicles he was going to have versus Doom Eternal I was going to have, and I was going to wipe the floor with him. But we actually never did that episode, and we kind of we didn't really cancel, but we put Stadia hype on hold, and we both got busy and started doing other things.
That's cool. There you go. Excellent.
And then the last game, right? Did we go through 4 already?
Yeah, Epistory, the Typing Chronicles.
I don't know anything about that one, so I have not a clue.
You know what? I'll fire it up. I'll fire it up. I'll stream it. See, so my SBCN stream on Sunday, or sorry, Monday will be Grime, obviously.
Obviously, right?
Obviously, but I will be. I will play these. I always try to play them. I have to admit there are some that I just have not played. I've claimed them and just not played them yet. Everyone talks about Stadia and the content, and there is so much in my backlog at the moment that I just haven't gotten to, including, and then we in the business call this a segue, including your favorite game, Marvel Avengers.
Let's talk about it, baby.
Which is going to be free to play this weekend.
Started today.
That started today. That's correct.
Yes, sir. And the Olympic game. I know a lot of people are crowd playing that. I don't own. I own Avengers, and I have not. I kept saying every time when Hawkeye came out, I said, "Oh, I got to get back. Oh, I got to get back to doing that." Never. Just everything else just got in the way, and I just never got back to doing it. But I will dive into some of the Olympic games, maybe do some crowd play with some people who are crowd playing this weekend. And I don't know much about Control, but I know some other people have been playing it, and I've heard about it. So out of these 3 games, Control is so the Marvel definitely Avengers is a AAA title, but it got a lot of criticism. Control didn't get as much criticism. It was pretty much loved, and it's pretty much been on every single platform, and now it's finally come to Stadia. But it's a pretty cool one-player game. You got special powers. I think my wife really liked it because she loves third-person stuff. So Control is definitely, if you got, you want to shell out the cash. I think I looked it up, and it might be $34, $35, but it's definitely a hit. So it's definitely a really good game. I was actually gonna buy the Olympics game. So I watched you know what, Jeff, you remind me a little bit like what's his name? Four Scars, right? So he plays everything. You play everything, right? And you are two people that I could go to and watch stream because you're not biased. And you'll just play a game and just show the game, and you could get a good sense of, oh, do I like this game or not? But Four Scars plays everything. And so I watched it on him. I said, dude, do you think I should get the Olympic game? And he said, you definitely should. I watched Cloudies when they played it. They liked it. I only know one person who didn't like it, but the Olympic game looked like it's up my alley. I actually got a story, and I'm saving it for Ryzak, but it has to do with the Olympic game. So I won't say much more of that. I'm excited the Olympic game is free, and I'll talk about it a little bit more later. But let me just say this. Marvel Avengers just dropped one of the biggest announcements today. So the Black Panther DLC has a date, finally. So it will come out August 17th, guys. It's called Wakanda Forever. It adds the Black Panther. It's going to be the largest DLC to date, and you guys get to play it from today until August 2nd. So guys, jump in, play Marvel Avengers. I love it. It's my favorite game. Join me in the Stadia Avengers. It's going to be epic. They just launched this week on Tuesday their end game content. That's right. If you guys like Raid, if you want the hardest of the hard stuff, they just launched that for Marvel Avengers, and it's pretty epic. So it's a good time to be a Stadia Avenger. Or let me say this. State Avengers is even free right now, not only for Stadia, but for PlayStation and also PC. So it's a good time to be an Avengers fan because you could get it on other platforms as well.
Not familiar with those.
Well, I don't play those either.
Not familiar with those. But yeah, no, that's yeah, I'm looking forward to playing. I in the earlier days, some of the earlier consoles, I do like those games, like on the Wii, where there was Wii Tennis. I used to play that with my kids and kick their ass all the time.
Oh man,
I like those. I'm not one of those where let the kids win.
No, not me either. Nope.
No,
Listen,
I'm
women, children, doesn't matter. You pick up that controller, is going down.
Taking you down. I'm just taking you down.
Yep. I hope you practice.
Yeah, exactly. But I do like those sportsy type games. So
yeah,
I never got around to getting it. The other thing to remember is a lot of the when you're throwing out prices, they're like 10 or 15% higher here in Canada. So
okay.
So when Siege, everybody was playing Siege, everybody was streaming, everybody was playing together. It was like, and you're like, it's only $10 or $12 or whatever it was. It was more.
15.
It was 50. It was 20 here. Right.
Oh
so
wow. Okay.
I didn't get it. Right. So and then it dropped.
Great
down
game.
Whatever. It's a great game. But so I'm also you've watched me play.
I know.
I'm not a great.
You're gonna say it. You're bad. Yeah.
I'm not a.
And this is a first person shooter, so you might be even worse. You probably get dizzy, turning. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just no, I don't get dizzy. I just can't hit the broadside of a bar.
Okay.
So
let me say this real quick, Jeff.
You should see me in paintball.
Wow. Well, let me say this, Jeff. There's 10 people watching. Not that many people actually commenting, so it's all good. If you don't have to comment if you don't like. I suspect there's probably some people who are just watching to see, is my name going to be said? So they're not saying anything. But that's cool. Either way, we love you guys watching. But guys, do me a favor. At this very moment, if you guys aren't subscribed to Jeff's channel, and if you guys didn't like the video, please do two things. Like the video and subscribe to Jeff's channel. Jeff does it all. If you don't like Stadia, if you love Stadia, Jeff does more than Stadia. He got new content coming away, like he said, reviewing his pre-owned car. He's going to be doing a review. So Jeff is a good guy. He's a neutral guy. He tells it like it is. Unless you bring up Apple, then he's going to say it's trash. But so Jeff, he's the greatest, the best, oldest player of Fortnite. And, that's what you're playing this Friday?
We'll talk about
that. All right, Jeff does oh yeah, I seen your little video. Jeff does a retro stream every Friday. He goes back in the day, picks older games. Jeff, I swear to you, I'm gonna pull out all my old games and I am gonna mail them to you. I don't care how much it costs. Because you play old games, you got like every system, and it would be cool because they're just collecting dust. So I would love to give them to you.
Awesome.
You just have to play some of my favorites. Manhunt is probably one of my favorite games.
Right.
It's gruesome, it's violent. The controls probably suck now, but you got to play that. And Hulk Ultimate Destruction is one of my favorite games. It has the engine that started Prototype, made by a company called Radical. They went out of business. I'm sad by it. Yes, and Shadow of the Colossus.
So I know you want me to play this, but you have to.
I want you to play that.
You got to be home on a Friday night. You're never home
on
a Friday night. So
one of these Friday nights, yeah, I gotta let you know. Friday night, I'm not going to the
That'll
movies.
be the game. So you didn't tell me you were around this weekend. Bruce Campbell in the chat. If you guys don't follow Bruce Campbell and some of his guitar stuff, he's got a brand new guitar. He makes some awesome, he does some awesome guitar content.
Yeah, man.
If you're a fan of guitars. Let's take a moment and let's have a moment of silence for Dusty Hill. Dusty Hill passed away yesterday. ZZ Top bassist. We're all getting old. Well, but we're all getting old. So some of these old rockers are starting to, except the guys.
But I'm a little terrified. You got Bruce as a moderator. He might just delete me off of here.
Yes, I needed him because I needed him to post some links one night in my chat, so I had to mod him up so he could post to his channel and some other stuff, right? So yes, rest in peace, Dusty Hill. That was not fun. Any other good Stadia news that I just took a sneak peek. I know who won over on.
I hope it's my favorite content creator and not my arch nemesis.
Oh.
How crazy is that? My arch nemesis, Brian Chappelle, versus my favorite content creator, Clive Linden. How crazy is that? And if Clive lost, I'm disowning him. Just saying.
There you go. There you go. Cool. All right. So anything else in the news that we want to talk about?
Man, there is a story that I want to touch. Ryzak is holding me up. Let me see. I might just talk about it now and then. Because I won't say it yet because him and I got into it a little, or when I said it in our chat, he was like, what? And he was kind of on a defend mode. So I kind of want to save that energy for him.
That makes sense.
But I know he usually take a couple minutes talking to the guys behind the scenes. So I'm pretty sure he'll probably be in here within the next 10 minutes. His show is ending right now.
Yeah. So yeah, Ethan, there is 3 of us, but he's doing his he's finishing up his game over stream. He's got 2 game overs, plus he's got 2 hours or 90 minutes of us. So he's going flat out. He's going flat out for like 6 straight hours. So but yes, Ethan, great stream the other night doing your
Whoa. You mean his 10-minute stream? That I told everybody to go check out. Then I had people writing me like, hey, I can't find a stream. I went to it. It's not there. I was like, what do you mean it's not there? I was watching his stream. I tried to find it. It says
put them all back. I told him we had a little chat. So
this guy, man.
We will.
I don't think it was good enough. Dude, nobody's playing. They're playing to interact with you.
Watch me freaking stream.
Thank you. If you ever see Jeff play Blue Fire, it shouldn't be happening. But he plays it anyway.
What are you saying? I'll take you on Fortnite. Let's go. Let's fire up Fortnite right now.
Listen, man. Before all you young kids was playing Fortnite, I was playing it first.
Man, I'll kick your ass at Fortnite. I'm just telling you. I will kick your ass.
Listen, I don't know how to build, but I can shoot.
Yeah, I don't know how to do either.
No, I was about to say, wait, I thought you said you can't shoot.
I can't shoot. I can't build. I can't. So you'll see this in the video. I had a friend of mine, a guy, come over to put in some electrical outlets for my new car. A little foreshadowing of my new car. So we need.
You know what's funny? So Bruce just said I was one of those people, and Bruce is actually who I'm talking about. Bruce was like, "Hey, I was trying to find that stream. You know what's cool? Bruce supports the hell out of us, man. So Proto, get it together, man. All right, get it together."
Yep.
Anyway, you had your conversation with him. So guys, is there anything specific that? Let's do this, Jeff. I mean, you're the host and all, but if there's somebody in the chat, there's 9 people watching. If there's a topic that you have. Because yes, man, we're not afraid to touch anything, right? We made that clear. So if there's a topic that you guys personally want us to tackle and it might be outside of what we have planned today, then let us know. You're cool with that, right?
I'm cool with anything. Ethan got into the crowd play beta. Good job. I did not. I guess Google doesn't like me. That's fine. It's fine, Google. I don't need the crowd play beta. That's fine.
Yeah, well, Ryzek was a little burnt up about a certain situation, and I'm just waiting to bring it up when he gets here.
He's still talking to Bryant. I mean, nothing. Nobody. What? Did I say that out loud?
Really?
I mean, what?
Really?
What?
Why did you do that?
I didn't. That's supposed to be
Why
my.
did you do that,
That's
Jeff?
supposed to be my inside head, isn't it? Oh, darn it.
That's messed up, man.
Oh, that is.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna have to really boycott Clive now.
Is he no longer? I thought I was your favorite content creator.
Well, I mean, you were my favorite person, but
What's up with
well,
that? What's up with that?
hold on.
He's not watching this. You're not.
Wait,
Wait,
he
what?
won?
What? What? What?
To take it all the way home and crush that bump Dr. Spaceman.
No, Spaceman's Canadian. So
Everybody, listen, everybody think Dr. Spaceman is a shoe-in, and people thought Brian was a shoe-in. You know what happened? Brian probably start losing once I jumped in the chat and started writing. He was like, "Oh damn," and start fumbling his speech. But my man Clyde. Oh wait.
That'll be if Spaceman can win. That'll be a good Commonwealth championship. All you Americans. Hey, how'd you like that silver medal in the gymnastics?
Haven't been watching it, so I have no clue.
All right, it's Ray that I like to bug too. I like to bug my U.S. friends when they don't.
Yeah, you know Ray will be all. Yo, anyway? My buddy Ray has been like missing in action, man. I don't talk to him no more. I barely see him in streams. Is he all right?
I thought it was just me. I think it's his leg.
Nah, it's everybody. He got that bum knee, and then he just like disappeared. And then my guy Spectre, did you see the announcement? Spectre is dealing with some family issues.
But I saw he got to 100. He got to 100 followers. I saw that. So congratulations.
That's cool.
Congratulations to Spectre for getting to there. Did I tell you before I joined up with you clowns? I always thought Ray was a bot because every time I'd click on a stream, there was Ray. And I figured everybody just changed their bot name to Ray Sherrod. He was always promoting the chats and always. So I always thought Ray. Bye, Sandy Beaches. I always thought Ray was a bot because I thought everybody changed their bot names. It was some thing I didn't know about, and they all had their bot names as Ray.
Yeah, when I
thought it was kind of weird, but I'm like, whatever.
I always heard I seen his name in Game and Cyborg, and people say Ray and this and that. I didn't know who he was, and but I knew like when I started watching his videos, I was like, I don't know this guy, but I got a feeling he got a cool personality. And at the time, nobody really knew me, but I was on Stadia Source, and I was like, I'm gonna make a name for myself, and I'm just gonna insert myself into this guy's life. And I would just randomly pop in his stream and say, Cowboys are better than cyborgs. And no, he was looking like, who the hell is this guy? And I would keep saying it until I got his attention. Yeah. And I inboxed him and said, dude, let's do something together. And the rest was history. So there you go. Kind of cool.
So I'm gonna make my first announcement because it's my half guest as well. Before that gets here. That way we can focus on our other guest in an hour. Excuse me. An hour and the other content, so you can spend an hour. We can talk about your other 4 or 5 points. We can, and then in the last half hour or so, we'll be with our guest, and we can talk about announcement number 2.
Sounds good.
Announcement number 1, and we talked. This has come up a few times in a few streams, but Kevin, Choose Gaming, and I are doing 2 things. We're going to be doing a fantasy football show.
Ooh, you guys hear that?
So we're going to do a fantasy football show where him and I are just going to be talking about fantasy football. And we are going to be doing our own fantasy football league. So in addition to the show, we're also going to have our own league where we're going to invite people in. Now, I have a form, a questionnaire that we will tweet out to everybody. I'll get Ryzak and I'll get Anthony and Choose and Ray. Everybody will tweet out the questionnaire. It's really just to kind of understand where everybody's at in terms of fantasy football, right? Do you know what IDP means and PPR? Have you played before? Do you prefer which platform? ESPN.com, NFL.com, just to kind of figure out and the judge, are you interested in playing? So if we have 5 people or we have 30, then we can figure out how do we want to do this, right? Any more than 16, it gets a little unruly. So we'll have to just see. We just want to everyone kind of says they want to sort of do it. But we're also laying down a few important rules. For those of you that don't know fantasy football, just like anything else, fantasy baseball or whatever, you develop your team, you draft your team, and you get your players and you build out your team. And then every week, as your players do well, you accumulate points. And every week you play against somebody else. So this week I might be playing against Anthony. Next week I might be playing against Ray and whatever.
Right.
And the player with the most points wins. But you got to pay attention to what's going on. So if your favorite player gets hurt or gets COVID or is benched, you got to pay attention. You got to go and swap in and swap out. So you pick your main team, and then you also get a bunch of reserves that you can have to swap in and swap out and do whatever. And here you go. This is Storm Janak on Instagram. For those of you that want to follow her, she's here. I'm not sure why she's here, but she is. So anyways, we're going to do a fantasy football show where we're just going to talk fantasy football, Shoes and I, and we'll have some guests in who, know about football, or maybe, people that like Ray that don't know anything about football. And then we're going to do a fantasy league. One of the rules we're implementing is you have to be there the day of the draft.
Okay.
There is such a thing called auto drafting. What that means is if you're not there, the computer drafts for you.
But that would suck, man.
Well, you get whatever the next best player is. Okay. So the first few rounds, you're going to guarantee to get a good player, but may not be, someone else may actually want it. Right. So, so that's one of the things we're insisting is that, and we're going to try and find a day. We're going to try. It'll obviously be a weekend, but we're going to try to find a time that everybody is available. I know that's a hard task, being part of B League with the Killer Queen, trying to figure out a time when we all could play that. Right. So trying to find a time when we all can do it. But you figure on a Saturday night, most people generally probably could be free. Right. It's probably going to be mostly North Americans. No. Oh, Ryzak's here. Hold on, folks. I didn't see.
Oh, man.
Kept trying to pay attention. There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm blown up here. Like I got to jump back or something.
Yeah, he did. Just switch the thing, Jeff.
I had the I don't know how to do this. I hate this website. Here we go.
There you go.
It is.
I had your stream up off and on, and then I hit it near the end, and then I said something like he was wondering who won and blah blah.
I didn't say I want to know who won, man. Why are you ruining it?
And then I clicked over and I went, oh yeah. He goes, I hope it's not Brian. I said, oh, well, sorry to disappoint you.
Oh,
yeah, he said that, and then he ended up showing me it was Clive. Listen, I've said it how many times? Clive is my favorite content creator. So why would I not want Clive to win?
You did, but they were both great. It was a great show, man. We went to the tiebreaker.
Oh, wow!
Right down to the wire.
I watched.
That's what's up.
And Clive pulled the rabbit out of his hat, man. It was awesome.
I can't wait to watch it back.
Now we'll see tonight what we got. But right now, man, I'm late. We got to get into No Yes Men.
Hell yeah!
I need to get into No Yes Men.
So I just did the first announcement that Kevin and I, Choose Gaming, are doing our fantasy football league.
Excellent.
You already knew that. I do have a form coming out that I'll share with everybody, and you guys can share it too, where we're just collecting information about, what sites do you prefer, things like that, right? Just to kind of get a feel. If everybody likes ESPN, that's where we'll do it. If everybody likes NFL or Yahoo, that's where we'll do it. Just try to get, what do people know about fantasy football, right?
Like fantasyhub.com?
Don't know that one. I use NFL.com. So
it's a joke. Never mind. Went right over it.
Right. So welcome.
Yeah, it did go in my head.
A lot of people can. There's three of you. Where's the third one? So Ryzak's here.
I'm here.
He's here.
His second of 6 hours of live streaming tonight.
Yeah, right. I am so sorry that we had to do everything. I blame Ejimix. I'm not gonna out him because I still have a show with him later.
So wait, let me ask you this: Ejimix is going against who?
Work gets sometimes. Life gets in the way sometimes, right?
I'm way more important than his work, Jeff.
So listen, Ejimix is going against who?
Ejimix is going against Dr. Spaceman.
And then whoever win out of them two is the finale?
Takes on Clive for the grand champion.
Damn, so here's what's crazy. I could have beat that bum Ejimix, and I would have been going against Spaceman.
You know, here's the funny thing. We did know Yes Men that day, and you were talking so much about the Summer Community Championship, and then you go to Game Over, and the question that buried you was, what is the name of the streaming championship going on, or the streaming event going on, and you froze.
What I get.
Absolutely froze.
I got an old saying called "God don't like ugly." That's what you like talking trash about people.
Yeah.
Watch.
Yeah,
so that's what I get.
Yeah. I'm feeling that lately. Yeah. My subscriber count has fallen. So
we just talked about the pro games.
Has it now?
Pro games. We talked about
like significantly, or.
Well, Jeff unfollowed me because he was tired of nobody blocking him. So he said, "Screw Ryzak, I'm going to unfollow him." And no, not significantly. It's just a couple, and I'm pretty sure I know who they are.
That could be an algorithm.
You know what? That happens too. But sometimes I think you can go into your statistics here and analytics. Sometimes accounts close. Sometimes people switch accounts.
Well, you know what though? I will say this: YouTube every so often they take a long time to do it, but they will do a thing where they would check out inactive accounts and stuff like that. You know, so but
I looked at.
I doubt that's what happened.
I looked at something and it said, inactive accounts -1 or -2 or something when I looked at some analytic thing. So somebody followed me and they had an inactive account. And all right.
So listen, Jeff, we've been talking for way too long, waiting for Ryzak. I've been holding off on stuff I want to talk about because I know I got some hot topics.
Did you guys already have a guest?
No, not yet.
We did our half guest. We hit our half.
He did his half guest.
Who was the half guest?
Kevin. Because he's working.
Right. Okay.
He's at work. He couldn't join us, so he was the half guest. So
does everybody know who the other guest is?
No.
Okay, then I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I'll wait till later. It'll be perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
So then let me go into this, Jeff.
I wasn't telling anybody who the guest was. Finally, I spilled it to these guys last night, just so they kind of knew, so we could sort of pre-plan. And
I was asleep. I saw it this morning.
And then I accidentally called Anthony at like 11:30. He's like, "Yep."
Yeah, I was like, I thought he was trying to call you and me.
I wasn't trying to call you. I was trying to close the thing and go to bed.
Why do you sound like you're on speakerphone?
Yeah, so he is a little low today. I actually turned up my thing. Who, me?
Yeah, you sound like you're on speakerphone.
Really?
Oh.
How do I sound?
You don't. I can barely hear you.
Oh. I've got this new Go XLR that I got for $25, and apparently it's.
I can't believe nobody in the chat said this to you guys. How rude!
They did earlier. Yeah, somebody did earlier, and I said, "Is that any better?" And nobody said anything else. So.
All right. Well,
anyway, we've talked about our fantasy football with Juice and I. So now,
I'm ready for that.
Now it's ready for you guys.
So here's a segue. I'm bringing this up because we talked about all the pro games real quick, and then we talked about Marvel Avengers. The Olympics and Control. So what I want to bring up for the Olympics, because this is like a hot topic, and I hope Ryzak does get into it. And Ryzak, that's why I say save it for wax. So Ryzak yesterday was complaining to me how he's a small content creator and he does a show for Stadia. And guys, again, listen, we're no yes men, right? Everybody think, oh, they're going to kiss Stadia's behind. And Ryzak was, oh, man, he was going in. You would think Stadia would use me because I do a whole show called Na Na Na. So I was like, well, at least they could have gave me some merchandise or something. I could have gave it away and said this was from Stadia. So the same day Ryzak's crying like a little girl, I'm clearing out my so much I was like, bro, I got to do a stream right now. I don't have time for you to cry. So and I was like 10 minutes late on my stream because he's crying about how Stadia. I just feel like this is why people don't like Stadia, because don't let Duncan hear that. He might crop what I just said. But anyway,
maybe I'll get my subscriber back.
Hey, there you go. So, guys, you gotta love this show. We don't hold back. So anyway, Rose is crying like a little baby. And later on, I think my wife, because my car was in an accident, and she was like, "Hey, you didn't get the email about your car?" Blah. I said no, and I looked at my emails, and it filled up so much that I ran out of space. As I'm deleting emails, going through my emails, I said, "Oh, Stadia sent me an email. What is this? Hello, content creator. We would just like to gift you the game Olympic. What is the game called? Olympic what? Olympic Games.
It's called Olympic Games 2020 Japan.
Okay, so we would like to gift you Olympic Games 2020. We don't give stuff to Ryzak, but we will give it to you on your channel. And on top of that, if you fill out this survey and you so choose to actually stream the game from us using crowd play, Matter of fact, how many copies would you like for us to give to you so you could give out to your viewers? I said, God damn, if this wasn't what Ryzak was crying about 4 hours ago.
They mentioned Ryzak in the email, did they not?
Yeah, they said we will never participate in anything on Ryzak's channel.
I'm gonna tell you,
you were supposed to be the golden boy, and I feel like the show started. I'm like, literally before the show, I said Ryzak's too good for this show, man. He's a goody two shoe. Yo, Ryzak's been banned by like 8 countries since this show started. He's getting followers, the subscribers dropping off. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he was really Dr. Doom. But seriously though, I do want to give credit to Stadia, because they actually like their fans. They actually like people who make Stadia content. And so if you do Stadia content, maybe Stadia will do good things for you. So I just want to say thank you, Stadia. That was really cool that Stadia reached out to your friend, the Cowboy, and said, we're going to give you the game for free, which I really wanted the game. I wasn't really holding out, but I was going to buy it and I never got around to it. But now I got it for free, and I said, and they asked me, well, how many codes would you like? I said, damn, you're going to ask me? Because Ryzak's begging for it, but you asked me. So how about you give me 5? I'll take 5 of those things. Anyway, Ryzak, what do you think about that?
They didn't.
What do I think about it?
They didn't give it to me either, so don't feel bad.
Well,
I'm going to tell you what right now. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go in here. You're a Bama.
You're going to go check your email? See if you
Who, me?
Yeah, you're a Bama.
What the hell's a Bama?
You don't know. You don't need to know. You're a Bama. All right. I was crying like a little baby yesterday because it really, really, really hurt my feelings. Look, I don't expect Stadia to come out and be like, oh my God, you have a game show about Stadia. So, we love you. And it's not Stadia branded. It's not, it's not sponsored by Stadia, nothing like that. But when I think where my hurt was, and I was a little hurt yesterday. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I could hear it in your voice.
I see certain people that parade things around that don't deserve it. And there's other people that I see that do a lot of actual positive stuff that don't get noticed, because there was a big wave of us that started out doing this at the same time after you initial Stadia godfathers started streaming. So you guys had your own little network, and then now we've started this new network. So I've reached out a couple of times.
Well, just to be clear, I'm not in that, because people are probably listening thinking like, oh, I'm not in that original people. I don't think I am. Am I?
Whatever you say, Stadia source. So I'm going to, just say I've reached out a couple of times throughout the past couple of months, and I've never gotten one response about anything, no matter what That
is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. They've asked about favorite game, and you said, of course, it's Rocket League or something. I can't remember.
But that's public. I'm talking about DMs.
Okay.
I'm talking about behind the scenes.
Never mind.
Okay. I've reached out and I've asked for ways that we could make
clear,
things
you're
happen.
reaching out to Stadia when people listening, because
I've reached out to Stadia, and I've reached out to community managers.
Okay.
So maybe there's another process that I'm not following. Jeff will probably tell me that I need to set up some kind of a ticket or something, or whatever. But
ticket in, man.
Right. So I've reached out several times and I haven't gotten a response. And look, I'm not the guy that's going to sit here and be like, oh my God, they don't care about me because they won't respond. They're busy people, and that's probably not the way to go about it. And I've even said in those messages, I'm very sorry for reaching out this way. This probably isn't the way to do it. If there's another way that I should do it, please let me know. Crickets. And so when I applied for the program, I'll call it the program, I saw all these people getting their invites, and I'm like, what the hell, man? Like, man, over here.
The Olympic thing?
Yeah, well, just for crowd play, right? I didn't even know about the Olympic game thing when I got crowd play, or when I signed up for it. And then I saw somebody say that they got crowd play invitation, and they also were gifted. I want to say it was Eli.
Yeah, I think it was Eli.
He was also gifted the Olympic game to play and actually stream because they were going to do the free weekend this weekend. And I was like, that's awesome. I'm perfect for that. Like, there's a lot of people that are perfect for that. I'm not going to discount me, you know, like I would love to play that game. I'd love to do crowd play. Hell, I'll stream it all weekend. I don't care. And then I see everybody like getting these emails and these invites, and everybody's all happy, like, haha, look what I got. I hate Stadia, but I still got one. And it was really getting me in my feelings yesterday. I'm not going to lie. So when we talked, and I told you that we had that conversation, and I said, it's just a little disheartening that you put a lot of time and effort into doing things to try to promote, when you hear the people on Twitter and other platforms are like, you're not paid by Stadia. Like, why do you care so much? I care so much because I believe in the platform and I want to show it in a positive light. That's why I do the game show. That's why I am helping with the Summer Community Championship to stream people playing the games. That's why I do game streaming. That's why I've made videos showing how I can go from my computer to my TV to my phone and pick up right where I'm at. I love the tech and I believe in it. That's why we joined Killer Queen Black esports teams to show that the Stadia tech is a part of that, that tournament. And, I kind of felt unloved yesterday. So you write me and you say, oh, guess what? I'm looking through my junk mail because I had to delete 500 emails to see stuff. And I got an email and I was like, this mofo right here.
You know what I didn't tell you though? What I didn't tell you was I got to look at the time. I might have to look this up. So I was you for a little bit. Somebody made a tweet and I wrote on the tweet, it was a Stadia tweet. And in the tweet, I was like, Stadia, I really want to get this game. I would love for you guys to gift the game to me. And somebody even made fun of me because I was pretty much saying, I think it was Andy Moore made fun of me. Oh, Stadia is not giving you the game. So I literally did ask them. Now, I'm not going to say they read that and sent me the thing, but if they did, that would be pretty cool. But I got to look and see when I wrote that tweet and when I actually got the email. I have no clue. But this week I was writing like, oh, if you could send it to me, I would love to. I would stream it from my channel. And I did do that earlier in the week. And
I'll tell you right now, I've got something to say on that because that's actually kind of funny. But I was so mad at you. I was so angry that you got the crowd play invite and I did not, because I'm way better than you at all games. True. Except for Avengers, because that game's trash.
The evil Ryzak, boy. Shin Ryzak.
I have something to share with you. I opened my email at lunch today, and lo and behold, Ryzak was invited to crowd play beta.
Okay.
And yesterday, they put a post out about Dead by Daylight, about the new DLC for Dead by Daylight, and I made a comment on it, and I was like, oh, this would be fun to play with crowd play. This little emoji face right here.
I got you.
And then today, I get the email. So maybe your tweet worked and maybe my tweet worked.
Maybe
I just need to stop hanging out in the DMs and I just need to do it in public.
Yeah, put them on the spot. Put them on blast, I guess. That's what I do. That's why I'm not a DM guy. I say it to your face.
I just feel like it's a little more professional to take care of that stuff off camera, So
I got you.
I don't know.
But you know what, Ryzak? Here's the problem with the world we live in. Huh. You nicely call customer service. You don't get your way. I bet if you walk in the store, like, listen, young guys screw me over. Oh, hold on, calm down, sir. They give you everything you want. And that's the shame. And that's what gives fuel to people being a-holes. Because you be an a-hole, you get what you want. It should be the opposite. But you should walk into a store and flipping out and they be like, oh, if you don't calm down, you're not getting nothing. But no, that's not what happened. They literally like, oh.
No, and it stinks, and it's hard for people that are in customer service that to deal with that because they know that too. Because the nice people they're not allowed to give things to, but the people that cause a scene, they just got to hurry up and get rid of them, right? So, that's unfortunate. But yes, I was a baby yesterday, and it's all been fixed today. So pacifiers put back on the shelf, and
did they give you the game?
I did not get the invite for the game, but that's okay. That's okay because it's free.
You might win it. You might win it on my thing. They didn't. So now they didn't respond back to me. They asked me how many did I want. I said 5. They said we'll get back to you. They didn't get back to me yet. So they got to get back to me soon in order for me to stream it while it's free, right?
It's free play weekend.
Right. So, and I'm busy this weekend.
Jeff's
I'm trying
raising
to
his
figure it
hand.
out.
It's his show. Jeff, you're the host. You don't
Okay.
have to raise your hand.
I just at least wanted to let people know I didn't get the codes yet, and I think that's all I want to say on the story. There may be something else.
So I said earlier that I didn't get one, and I wasn't pouting. And then Anthony said something that he said, check the dates. And I went, huh. So while Ryzak was venting,
Crying.
I was crying.
no yes menning, I went back to my email.
Don't tell me that Jeff Janek has one.
There you go.
It's on.
See?
It's on.
But look at the date. What kind of fucking idiot am I?
What date is that?
It's like the 16th. It's like a week ago. More than a week ago.
Yeah, let me check my date.
Does that say the 16th?
It does.
December 16th of 2020. Yeah. So you've had this the whole time, Jeff.
I've had this the whole fucking time, and I never knew it.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I that's what I meant to say also. I already had crowd play. So when they asked me about crowd play, I'm thinking like, I already got it. But I got this July 23rd.
Jeff, that is so classic.
So they emailed me July 23rd. But
well, they emailed me today. So screw both of you.
So wait, the 23rd was when? Because I wonder was that when
I was 6 days ago. That was last Friday.
Oh no. So they gave that. So they gave me it. They gave it to me before I was even crying. So if I had to check my email,
so I'm the only one that has a valid argument for saying something out loud.
Yeah, pretty much.
All I can say is I'm looking forward to playing Olympics with all of you.
Hell yeah.
Are you going to play Olympics with crowd play first?
For me?
All both of you, I guess. I don't know.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make a stream. So the first time I play it, I'm going to make a stream, and I'm going to announce if they give me 5, there's going to be 5 winners. I'm going to do random games, and so whoever win that game, I'll give it to. I'll tell you can't win it twice, and blah blah blah. And so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to play it for the first time and give away codes.
I'll probably once or twice and then try to figure out crowd play. I do want to play that other game.
Avengers.
No.
Jeff, do you play Dead by Daylight?
I do not. What's the game we played? That other game? That the
Animal Royale, Party Animal Royale, whatever that is.
No, I can't wait for that.
No, me neither.
If it's not pro, I'm buying it.
Non-Stadia game that we all played, where you run around and you have to figure out who killed the people.
Oh, Among Us.
Among Us.
Oh.
Among Us. It's non-Stadia. I'm looking forward to playing that. Hopefully, we can play that tomorrow night.
But you can't play that with crowd play.
I said I moved on from Stadia. Something else non-Stadia.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I'm definitely down to play Among Us. It's always a good time.
Yeah. My wife's been dying to play Among Us. I don't know if it's because of Ryzak or she really.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. I just went back through the chat and she said in here, "Where's my boy Ryzak?" So better watch out, man. You better watch out.
Hey, she was asking for her boy Ryzak.
Watch out. That's my girl, man.
She was not looking for her boy Anthony. She was looking
for her boy. Listen, I know Ryzak.
He was talking to me. No, he was talking to me the other day, and he was like, "Man, my wife's out in the pool as I was drying off with the towel." So
all right, Anthony, what's your next topic? Because we have
so I want to continue.
Our guest gets here.
All right, so I want to continue bashing Stadia. All right, so I want to continue bashing Stadia. So let me cry a little. I'm not crying. I should be crying. So I said a while ago when Ubisoft Plus was announced, I said, man, if they have For Honor is my most wanted Ubisoft game. I personally said and people was talking about Rainbow Six. I said, me personally, For Honor would be awesome. Now, For Honor was announced. It's coming to Stadia. Coming to Stadia via Ubisoft. It was announced. We all heard it, right? And then a week ago, it was announced that it was a mistake behind the scenes. So I said, yo, Stadia falls. Ryzak was quick to defend. What do you mean? Why was it Stadia? And I said, well, what I heard was that someone from Stadia had posted it. But this is what I will say. Mother effers, that was like 3 months ago. So I blame Stadia and Ubisoft, but I am going to get in Stadia. But how did it take 3 months for them to say, oh, that was a mistake? So something's fishy behind here. I don't know if a deal fell through, but guys, come on. We all been in businesses before or have a business. You can't have something publicly announced and 3 months later say it was a mistake and you never corrected it. You got people making content talking about it's coming out. People like Sonny, they know Sonny. Think about it. They know Sonny. So they seen when Sonny said For Honor. And remember, it was 12 games coming to Ubisoft on Stadia. For Honor was one of them.
I had a question about it on Game Over.
Anybody get it
It was
right?
never corrected.
No.
So what's up with that, man? Because I personally, man, listen, I owned the game on PlayStation. I stopped playing it, but I believe that it'll be like Rainbow Six for the Stadia community. I said this even before Rainbow Six was even on here. For Honor would be the game where Stadia players would be like, oh, wow, it's a multiplayer game. We can have 2v2s, 4v4s, 1v1s. You're battling like hundreds of people on the screen running around. My team versus your. It literally, I think the Stadia community would love it like they love. And it don't take a lot to learn how to play that game. You could be high level or you could just have fun. Same thing with Rainbow Six. So I feel like that's a missed opportunity. But besides a missed opportunity, it's a shame that wasn't corrected immediately.
So here's what I think.
Okay.
People confuse Google, Microsoft, Sony, Rockstar, EA, the big, huge firms with the smaller gaming companies, and are used to tweeting the smaller gaming companies and getting a reaction, getting a response, maybe joining their Discord, that sort of thing. Is anybody in the Rockstar Discord? Is anybody part of the EA Slack groups? No. So these companies have a process and there are layers to go through. I'm not justifying. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm just saying,
hold up. I don't understand what this has to do with the For Honor story, though.
Well, because something was leaked, something was said, and it probably took time. Sure, maybe 3 months may seem like a long time, but it probably had to go through certain channels. And even if somebody they couldn't just come out and say something. Their legal may have had to get involved. There are a lot of other moving parts, and that may be why it took so long.
Jeff, listen, man, and that was really cute of you, but you're not gonna have misinformation being shared and going out for 3 months. And I don't know if that's the exact time frame, but it was at least 2 months ago. And Stadia actually came out and said it was coming.
Again, they are just going with.
You think it took them 2 months? And I'm being kind with 2 months. You think it took them 2 months to realize it was a mistake?
Maybe they didn't know. Maybe it had to go to legal. Maybe there was contractual stuff we don't know about.
Somebody screwed up. A deal fell through. Hold on, stop. Hold on, Jeff. 2 huge companies, because when you start saying small companies, I'm like, wait. Stadia is a big enough company because they're owned by Google, right? They're big enough, right? And Ubisoft. So you mean to tell me not only if we just blame Stadia, but not only Ubisoft didn't say, what the F is that? That ain't coming. Come on now. Something's up.
Again, I see this all the time. People are making these grand statements about Google should do this and what about there's processes. They're huge, ginormous companies for a reason. And you can't just walk into Ryzak has an issue. He probably just walks down the hall to his boss's office or a manager or something and gets it sorted. You can't do it.
Ryzak is the boss.
Jeff, I am the boss.
I was about to say, what are you talking about?
You're not the CEO, are you? Cool.
I'm the HNC.
There you go.
No, you're supposed to say the H. Hold on. The HNIC.
Anyways, I'm not justifying. I'm just saying that there's probably a logical.
Jeff didn't know what you meant. I knew what you meant. No, Jeff, come on. Jeff, no, don't do that, man. This is what the Stadia haters talk about. It's people like you kissing Stadia's behind right now. That makes no sense. It shouldn't take that long.
I'm not kissing anyone's behind. I'm just saying there is a process and there are levels and there are layers. And most people don't understand that. And they just think, oh, I can just, I can tweet a community manager and they're going to go, oops, sorry, we're bad.
What are you talking about? This has nothing to do with the public and Stadia or Ubisoft. This is between Stadia and Ubisoft. This isn't us. This is them putting out misinformation and taking that long to correct it.
And it probably had to go to the lawyers. And the lawyer, ever work with a lawyer? Do they work fast? No. No,
Not at all.
so if the lawyers were if somebody had if the contract said one thing and somebody said something against that, now the lawyers are getting involved. That's the
Well,
problem.
listen, let me turn to Duncan real quick. Stadia bought stuff and stupid. They was like, hey, we're gonna put For Honor on there. Then they was like, you know what, your player base is trash. And For Honor, we're not even gonna put For Honor on there. They was like, give us more money. Stadia couldn't afford to get For Honor, and they said, the hell with it then. You're not getting it. And For Honor just had a new DLC just came out that added all this new stuff. So Stadia probably bounced the damn deal, and they say, you know what? Now you're not getting it, and you're going to look stupid because you got people waiting for it, and it's not coming.
Maybe. Or maybe the lawyers were all getting involved, and, when you work with lawyers, it just takes some time.
Okay, let me ask you this, Jeff. If you had to think, whose fault is it? If there was an issue and somebody was at fault, who is it, Stadia or Ubisoft?
It could be either. I don't know what.
No, pick one today, Jeff. Stadia or Ubisoft?
Ubisoft.
Whose fault was it?
Probably Ubisoft.
Ryzak?
I agree. I think it's Ubisoft's fault.
All right. Well, I agree too.
And again, the lawyers probably had to then get involved. And
here's what I'll say to tone it down. I feel like Stadia had more to gain. So for Stadia, it's like, listen, a new game on your platform. We're a smaller platform. That's a live service game. Live services game they live on. It would be good for our platform. Anything right now makes Stadia look better, right? Extra games, right?
Now, maybe Ubisoft, maybe it's nobody's at fault. Maybe they had planned to, and maybe whatever they're using, the back end technology, maybe the port is taking longer.
Whoa, Jeff.
We don't know.
Jeff,
we're not part of those.
Jeff, out of every damn company, Ubisoft supports Stadia the most.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you think Ubisoft couldn't port a game to Stadia. They have damn near every game on Ubisoft. Any version of every game is on Stadia. Again, from Assassin's Creed to
you are not wrong. But again, there could be something. Maybe it was something new. Maybe
okay. How about this? But why say wait? Why say pull it and not say it is going to be delayed? Come on now.
I don't know what I'm not partial to the contracts, so I don't know what the wording officially says.
Well, let me ask you this. Where's Ark?
So Ark has a reason. They said Ark will come before the summer ends. This end of summer is September 20th.
It is.
So
okay.
There you go.
Why do you think it's taking so long? In your best guess, because I know none of us really know, but what's your best guess?
Right. With Ark, either I feel like they either always plan for it to come late, or either they wanna, because it's such a massive game. I mean, I was talking about the other day on my on a show, and there's people like, listen, I never played Ark where it played good, even on my PC. That PC wasn't good enough to run it. We know that Stadia, you're gonna literally not have to worry about downloading it and not having the install and everything. So maybe now, to Jeff's point, maybe Ark is another story. Maybe Ark, they're just having a hell of a time porting it. But I guess you still have to give some type of date. And they said that by end of summer. So maybe they're like, listen, we don't want Ark to come out and be a poor port. But this is what I said the other day, right?
I guess.
So I'm going to say this, Ryzak. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
I think the almighty dollar, this is what I said on Twitter and nobody said anything, right? Mm-hmm. What if Ark developers knew that Stadia was going to do that upcoming the pro thing, right? Because we already know that Ark is going to be a pro. What if they was like, whoa. In July, you guys are going to do some pro thing, and we already announced back in February that Ark was coming to pro. The hell, let's just wait. Because everybody and their mom was talking about Ark. I was never a fan of Ark when it came out 5 years ago or whatever.
Their account rep would have told them that, and they would have already before that developer thing. If there was already plans in place, depending on their NDA and their contract and all that other stuff that none of us are partial to, they would have. They would already have known that, and they either are grandfathered in, or and the contract might read,
Well, no. I heard nobody was grandfathered in. So they said that It's in Stadia's contract that they can change the contract.
It from whom?
Duncan.
Who broke the NDA and told you this?
Well, Duncan.
Yeah, okay. So somebody who's never fuck off. Sorry, you're not partial to the NDA. Oh, I heard that. Fuck up. Okay, who broke? I want if he said it, tell me who broke the NDA to tell him that.
Well, no. What I heard was in the contract. No. What I heard was in the
an NDA with.
Hear me out. No, it's not something broken in the NDA. What I heard is in the if you're a developer that if you're a developer and you got a game that's on Pro, the Pro contract says that they can change.
And he's read it.
He said something like developers were talking or something.
And he was at a developer conference, and these developers. Do you know anything about NDAs?
Listen,
Duncan.
You know small developers. Lee knows small developers.
Do you go to developer conferences? Do you sit around? Do you know what they do? They don't sit around talking about what one platform and others do. They don't do that. Duncan, I heard developers talking because we were just sitting by the water cooler. Shut up, Duncan. They were not doing that.
I will say this though. I don't think he's so wrong. So I was a part of Stadia Source, and personally, when the cameras went off, we had a guest on. We used to have a bunch of guests. When the cameras went off, we were just all talking, and they said stuff that I can't. I'm not a part of Stadia Source. I guess I can say what I want now.
Don't do it.
No, I won't do that. But they said stuff, and I was like, well, I'm really, really, really. Actually, if you guys want to know, I once said this is my most anticipated game. So if you remember me saying that, then you'll know who it was. But they said stuff. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool that the dude was cool enough to tell us stuff that, he couldn't really say. That was awesome.
So the reason I asked the question about Arc is because what I wanted to ask you was, do you think that the same could be happening for Honor?
No, For Honor is not coming. Arc is coming. It's a difference. Until they say Arc is no longer coming. They said by the end, listen, until September 21st, then we can have this conversation. But they gave a date, and that date hasn't passed yet. A lot of people are like, Arc isn't here. It's like, mother effer, they said the end of December.
So because it got pulled off of that upcoming games, you don't think there's a chance it'll come back?
Well, they said it's not coming. Now, whether it does come, that'd be cool. Maybe it will come. But I can only go off by what was said.
I'm just trying to play devil's advocate here. I mean, because it was the investors' call that they listed it, right? Right. And then there were people that said that it was coming, and then they said, oh, you know what? Nope, let's pull that back. We were wrong. Did they say it's not coming? Were those the official words?
Not coming, yes.
Did it say it's not coming right now, or it's just not coming?
It is not coming anymore. Okay. It's no longer coming. Now, you could be right. Maybe eventually down the road it comes. But as of right now, they said that was a mistake. For Honor is not a game. It's not a Ubisoft game that's coming.
Because I just wonder too, like, and I know I'm reaching here when I say this, but could there have been some sort of exclusivity deal or something with another platform, and they released it, and then they had to backtrack and say, oh, nope, hold on. No, it's not. It's not. But then in like a couple of weeks when it's over, they'll be like, oh, hey, it's coming.
So if I speculate, For Honor, all right, Clive said For Honor was just a mistake, clerical error. But Clive, I'm glad you jumped in here. Clive,
that's the first game over finalist right there, baby.
Listen, as long as he beat that bomb, Brian, I'm cool. So, anyways, let's move on. Now, Clive, we was talking about this, and I don't know how much you heard. Clive, come on, Clive. Come on, Clive. So you mean to tell me months ago, at least 2 months ago, For Honor was announced coming to Stadia via Ubisoft. And it took that long for them to say it was a clerical error. And now when you hear this, Jeff, because Jeff was like, it could be legal teams. So it took legal teams that long for a clerical error? Come on, man. Come on. Now, what I think could be going on with For Honor, because they just released about a month ago that new DLC. You know how all the DLCs are added into the Ubisoft Plus? Maybe that DLC was just too much money to give away. Maybe it was like, damn, hold up. This is just a lot of money and we can't. I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what makes sense. But a clerical,
nobody knows, Duncan. Nobody knows.
Nobody knows, but it's good that we're speculating.
Around talking to devs at a little dinner party. Not happening.
Well, I don't know.
And it could be a mistake. It was announced in a
poorly earned slide, not a press. Yep. Yeah. Clyde, I will listen, man. I need to pull up. Let the video.
Do you
I'm
have
pretty
any?
sure.
Do you have other topics? 15 minutes. Our guest will be here.
All right. So let's move on.
We have a guest.
Finally.
All right, my bad.
Excited for the guest.
All right, so let me pull this up. I have video footage. Ryzak, if you have something, you could. Whoops, I pulled up Stadia. Ryzak, if you have something, you could speak on it while I get my thing together.
I've got a ton of stuff I can speak on. So
this one's gonna be short.
I'm gonna talk about Summer Community Championships. That's what I'm gonna talk about because we are now in the third week, and if you're not paying attention and you're not playing along, your boy here is in like the top 15. Okay,
I'm 17,
and I didn't even play last week because I suck at Pixel Junk Raiders, and I kept trying to get my character ranked up.
Sure.
And then there were only two. So here's honestly what happened. I streamed 6 a.m. Saturday morning. I streamed Anthony and I streamed Lord Vivek, right? And I was watching what they were doing, and I was like, man, I gotta grind. So I spent the majority of the day Saturday playing Pixel Junk Raiders. Got my character up to like a level 8, which was still too weak for that level. And there were only 2 time slots to play on Sunday. It was 1 p.m. and it was 3 p.m. Guys, I'm a dad. My kids come first. My son wanted to go ice skating from 1:15 to 3:15.
Does he know it's July?
My son plays hockey, and he hasn't skated in a while, and so he wanted to go. And I can't turn either one of my kids down. So I saw that not a lot of people were getting points on the week, so I took the L. I took the 0. I'm still sitting there with my fresh 100 from the first week. This week is Floor Kids. Floor Kids is it's a pretty fun little, I want to call it an indie game, but I don't want to disrespect anybody by saying it's an indie game. It's a cool little hip game, and this week there's no streaming, there's no commentating streaming of the game. You can just stream it through Direct Connect, play it or Stream Connect. You can play it at your leisure, record it, and then you can get in, so you can do it whenever you want. And there's Clive jumping in, and get points for it this week. And then next week, I don't know what the game is yet. I have a feeling I know what it is, but there's going to be a time run next week for the last week, and then they're going to decide who goes to championship. But I just want to say that I know, Anthony, you have been not so happy with some of the ways it was set up. You said it on one of the other shows, right? It's not trash. Get out of here.
No, it's not trash. I gotta stop saying that. I say it jokingly, but trash is a very strong statement.
It is because there's a lot of people like Clive, who's in the chat, that have put a lot of work into organizing this. You, as somebody that set up game tournaments,
all he did was look cute on his Monday night chat and
maybe
said,
he did,
"Look, guys, watch this thing is coming up."
Maybe he did, but I still have another week of a game show with him, so I gotta butter him up. Okay.
You don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
You don't, and there were a bunch of them that got together, and they just from promoting it, just from using Stadia Hunters, the website, and creating all of that, setting up all of the legal information for everybody to sign up for everything. There's a lot of work that was involved, and maybe they didn't.
Work involved. You know who was approached with that before you got into there, Golden Boy? It was me. So you don't tell me that I don't know about work that was involved. All right, I was supposed to be the bone of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's
and are you now?
We came on live announcing it.
I don't think you are now. I think now you're just a participant because you got in your own way. Your ego got in the way. And look, I know you've been going to the gym like 2 times in the past 2 weeks, so don't be putting them arms on display. Okay.
Actually, only went one. Yeah, I went 2 times.
Don't be doing that. All right.
Anyway, muscle memory is a mother.
Hope he puts a shirt on.
Yeah, well,
I didn't take
we all can't get what we want. Like Clark said, a lot of admin involved. But look,
Go ahead. Sorry.
I want to say that is the championships perfect? No. And I don't think that any of the guys that started it would say it is. I think that they have learned a lot from doing this. And I think that they're going to come back with another one, and you're going to see a lot of tweaks. However, it's not over yet. They're still like over $2,000 out there for grabs, and nobody has pulled away yet. So if you're not involved, go get involved. There's so much time left. There's this week, there's next week, and then there's championships. So go get some free money for playing video games. Stop worrying about what the games are. Stop worrying about who did what or what. Go have fun. Everybody constantly says, just play the games and shut up. But then somebody creates a tournament for people to go and play games and have fun, and everybody wants to complain about it.
Yeah, but people
I don't get it.
Still playing.
I'm not saying you. There's other people that are even on that have signed up for it that haven't played one game.
Oh, see, I don't know all that. I'm not in.
And I want to see these guys and their efforts supported, because they've done a fantastic job trying to put something together and make something different. And so that's my piece.
There you go.
All right. So now that you finished talking, I will say this. Jack reached out to me and said, dude, you should join. I said, okay, I'll join. And I had a hell of a time. It was so much fun when I played the Hitman thing. I had you trying to help me out, Rise. It was a lot of fun. I didn't have so much fun doing a Pixel Junk Raider because I was well underpowered. So I figured, like, why the hell I got dropped into this hard level? But either way, it was a lot of fun. So I'm happy. And I will do my Floor Kids thing. And I'll do the next thing. Listen, when I get into something, I'm into something. All I'm saying is, if it stayed a SPCN promoted thing, I would have did it differently, and you guys would have been like, "This was a masterpiece."
Nope. So nobody would have showed up. Nobody would have showed up.
Probably not.
Nope. They would have been like, "Oh, Cowboys in charge." Nope. Not signing up.
All right, we got 8 minutes till our guest arrives, plus or minus. Do you want me to add this thing to the stream?
Yes, sir. Can you add that? Yes. This is going to be short, but. Yeah, I shared it. I think you just got to add it, right? Yeah. So, guys, I'm bringing this up because I got to mess with Duncan.
It's like a weekly bit.
It kind of is, but he's a target. I didn't do it. But so he always say he's down the middle. And this is for him, so I hope he watches or see it. Duncan, this is why people feel like you hate Stadia. So I'm going to play this and listen to his enthusiasm. Whenever he get a chance, this is how he sounds. So listen.
You know, if we look at, let's go to what you call Death Stranding geezer, Kashima.
Oh, the game which was meant to come to Stadia, which is now on the Xbox.
Right. Okay. Let's focus on that for a second. Okay. There was an article that came.
You see that smile? He could have looked for them, but he had to. The geeks that's coming to Stadia, that's going to Xbox, and which was cool because a little bit later on, I think Barry clarifies that actually Kojima came out and said there was not a thing coming to Stadia. But and I'm sure he knew that, but I just had to throw that out there. I just want him to know that it's just his enthusiasm. He can't leave it alone.
And it's every one of his tweets. He's always finding a way to say his words to drum up controversy and say like, "Ooh, I've got the next big thing in the news coming, check me out." And, it's just, I know he can't help himself, Clive. It's hard to read because, and I like Duncan. I called him a troll last week. I did it. I told you when we were talking after the show, like, I can't actually believe that I said that. I can't believe it, but I can't take it back now. I actually said it. I like Duncan. I do. But it's very hard to take you seriously when all you do is look for the negative. You don't look for the positive. You don't look to try to say positive things without saying something negative. That's the impression that I get. Maybe it's because I'm an American. I have no idea. But I've been watching him for over a year and a half now, and I've never gotten the impression that he wants to see this succeed at all. Maybe in the beginning, maybe up until the Cloudy Awards that they did. Because when it was the Cloudy Awards, that was all that they had. And even at the end of the Cloudy Awards, he was like, look, next year we're going to be looking to branch out. Luna's going to be around. xCloud's going to be around. Xbox Cloud Gaming. I can't stand that name. Just call it xCloud. It's so much cooler. He just, I don't know, man. He's gone completely downhill. And the more that he gets the attention for doing it, the more that he wants to do it because that helps get his word out and his message out. And he's got his people that are around him and they're right on board with him. And that is totally cool. It's totally cool. You guys do what you do. I cannot see where you have anything positive to say, and you don't say anything negative about anybody else. You won't pull up and say, oh, Luna didn't do this, or you won't say, Xbox Cloud Gaming didn't do this. And God forbid you say anything about GFN. I could sit here and tell you that it took me 31 minutes to get on the pre-tier, and it's my fault because I didn't pay for the subscription. That's what a free tier is for. But no, they can't do anything wrong. Yeah. But he is. And CGD says it right there. He is a lovely guy.
Yeah, I like him. Listen, I've had conversations with people behind the scenes where I'm defending the hell out of Duncan.
You do.
And
I know that.
And I personally, listen, I don't dislike anybody, and I like character. And you, like you said, the one word you use is consistent. Duncan is just Duncan, and I appreciate him for being him. And I call him on his BS when I disagree, right? I disagree, so I call him on what I disagree with, right? And he can still have his stance. But I feel like he does get a little extra. But then again, like I told him to his face, you kind of did it to yourself because, like you said, Cloudy Wars, this and that, and then you come out and say Stadia is dead, obviously. But can I just segue into this? I know we got somebody coming in 3 minutes. I just want to have a little rant with a video to throw up real quick.
Whenever this is on my channel, it's going to be a Duncan free zone.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what I was thinking the other day. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Jeff. I see Nimbus Cloud Gaming in the chat, and I kind of thought that he disappeared on me because he hasn't put a video up in like 5 days, and then William told me last night he got a job. So I'm just glad to see him because I thought he disappeared on me. I was like, what? I don't get my daily Rainbow Six content? Like, this is crazy. So
yeah. And he was help training me. Let me play this real quick. And I just want to get in a small rant. I put it on Twitter. I didn't say where my rant came from, but my rant from Twitter came from this. But check this out.
You're not playing any sound.
No sound?
No sound.
Did you share the sound with your screen share?
Maybe. Oh, damn.
Don't worry. I'll teach you how to use StreamYard.
I know. I just did it before, but I actually deleted that and not...
Alex is now a gigolo.
I am a gigolo and everywhere.
I could totally see that too.
Classic David Lee Roth.
I can see that too.
You guys have never seen Alex, but he's a devilishly handsome guy. So I could totally see a gigolo.
This coming from an equally devilish handsome guy.
Yeah, I'm just a devil. So.
A guy that my wife wants so bad, maybe because he is a devil. All right, here we go. Share this for me, my man Jeff. All right. You got sound?
Right.
Let's go, Ace.
Build that catalog up so there'll be a lot of games, especially like for newcomers when they come and they want to experience Stadia for the first time. They have all these games, good games, AAA games, and indie games all under the Stadia Pro portfolio. So I think that can be enticing for new Stadia Pro members, but also for current Stadia Pro members if they can turn that into more of like a subscription-based model like we see with Luna. And who knows, maybe that's what they're going to
just about hit it. And then they promised 100 games this year. So they were already on the back foot promising half the amount of games that they did last year with services like GeForce Now and Xbox Cloud Gaming putting out way more than that already by this point in the year. So I really hope that this deal turns things around for Stadia, because I think this is going to be either the savior or the end of Stadia as we know it right now. Because if this doesn't bring more people on board, then less people are going to sign up to Stadia.
Let me ask you a question, all right? Why the F is everything the end of Stadia? So what they were talking about was the developers conference and how the new pro stuff is going to come out, right? And if the pro games don't take off, it's going to be the end of Stadia. But I thought xCloud upgrading their servers was the end of Stadia. I thought Battlefield not coming to Stadia is the end of Stadia. Hell, I thought the SG&E close was the end of Stadia. Like, when everything is the end of Stadia, and it drives me crazy because everything. True. That's the goalpost we're talking about. Everything is the end of Stadia.
Well,
Is your guest? I was gonna say, is your guest ready?
My guest is 100% ready.
Because I was gonna segue for you. The one thing that is not 100% dead, because you guys know that it's coming. There you go. There's the segue.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Jackie, our favorite Liquid.
What's going on?
Community manager, Killer Queen Black, coming to Stadia Pro on August 1st.
Yes.
Welcome to the big two. Thank you for joining us. I didn't break the news you were coming until last night. I finally told these guys.
That's right.
Our guest, I just kept saying we're having a guest.
Yay. I like it between time zones. And when you hit me up, I was like, as in tomorrow? I'm like, okay, that works. So
it was Tuesday.
My only question is, how does somebody that's as reputable as you decide to be on a show with these three guys?
Yeah.
Well, I definitely have a soft spot for these guys. As a non-console gamer, when Stadia and Luna kind of popped on the scene, it was for me. I don't have a console in my house. I use my PC on Steam, not to down any other systems, because like that's our thing. We try to be agnostic. But yeah, I Stadia crowd, I vibe with it as a old school gamer. And so yeah, so I really enjoy meshing with the community, and you guys are all so kind and from all over the place, so I like that too.
Well, at least Jeff and I are kind.
Jackie.
So
so here's the thing, Jackie. I get the bad guy thing all the time, right? But so when the Killer Queen Black first came to Stadia, right? Before I played it, I went on Twitter talking trash. I'm gonna get this game, and I'm gonna whoop the people who make this game. Did you see some of my tweets?
I did see them, and I love them. And you guys are my fans, but it's funny. I've been with Liquid Bit for about a year and a half, and there's folks that are dedicated Killer Queen Black folks, and they're only playing Killer Queen Black, only streaming Killer Queen Black. And as devs, we sit and we chat and do panels and jump in. But really, we haven't played until the Stadia crew invited us to play, and we're horrible at our own game. So
we're horrible at it too.
Play job.
But you guys have inspired me to get good. I'm like ready to. I don't know if I'm ready for a league, but I'm certainly down with more play and chats. And the Stadia Pro thing is phenomenal, because I've been introducing a lot of my friends and family to Killer Queen Black, who are on Switch or whatnot, and Xbox Game Pass, but now that Stadia, I can really get a nice party going, and I'm excited to spread the word on it. And I just got to get some queen skills down, because
I originally thought I would be great at the queen, and then I realized, you know what, going for the snail is probably my thing. But it was a little, I was my ego was broken a little bit, but it's all good. I found my place.
Slow as a snail.
Well, and I was practicing shooting berries. There's a couple of our players who do the tutorials and try to beat their own time. And what they're doing with these things is just phenomenal. So I'm going to get good. I'm almost there. And I'm going to credit you guys for inspiring me to, get on the other side of things.
During the beat.
Now, here's the thing.
I spent the number of nights by myself just trying to throw berries, and just in a map all by myself, just trying to figure, where do I have to go to get the berries in there? Right?
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
I have spent hours trying to figure out how to. So there's a reason why Jackie is here, and we talked about our first big announcement, which was the fantasy football thing with Jackie. She messaged me privately. You may you're like they like.
I took a couple office leagues in my day. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, so I usually stay on solo with that.
Oh my God, you actually admitted that?
I really thought that when I was a kid, I thought that they would have won a Super Bowl by now, but.
Was it a Barry Sanders thing, or was it a Scott Mitchell thing? Where you just
Barry Sanders all the way grew up in that era. I think my dad took me to a game and I fell asleep, so he was like, "No more live games for her."
That's awesome. I can't say much better. I'm a Redskins fan, so.
Okay, well, I liked the announcement, so I'm excited to get into that.
Well, we don't even have a team anymore, so I'm a fan of a no team. So.
Jump on the Lions bandwagon.
Yeah, maybe.
Jacksonville Jaguars for me.
You have a team, you just don't have a name. Actually, you're right, you don't have a team.
Something like that.
So Jackie was nice enough to join us for Cowboy's big announcement.
Yes.
The second announcement of the stream, and she is our first guest. So
that's awesome.
Go ahead, Cowboy. This is your thing. Go ahead.
Well, if you want to give me the whole screen, man, because you know me, I do everything I do as if I'm doing it for TV.
Nope, that's Jeff.
That's me.
This guy.
I don't know how to do that.
You got to take the three of us out and only leave him, and then do it full screen.
Is that how you got to do it?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
All right, don't worry about it. Listen, guys. When I first heard it, let me tell a little quick story so Jackie can hear this. So, Jackie, my past has been competitive gaming, fighting games, you name it. I'm always whooping people all over, right? And I trash talk them. When I whoop them, I say, "'Cause I'm a cowboy." Oh, man.
Don't ask.
So, anyway, Jackie, I seen Killer Queen Black. I didn't know much about it. All my friends was playing it. I was like, that game looks kind of cool. My buddy Ray was like, dude, you got to get this game. I was like, so I'll trash you guys. So then, this is a cool story, Jackie. So my guy, hold on, who was doing the thing? Was it Cloud Gaming Dad?
I think she's falling asleep.
It was me.
Oh, it was you, Jim. Sorry. Somebody had a stream when they was giving away the game. Now, I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't even watching it. But two people was actually, and they had no clue. They were both watching the stream trying to win a game to give to me.
Aww.
Which was cool. Ray was trying to win it to give it to me because he said, dude, you will love it. And I was on the fence about getting it. And then Batfixie was trying to win it because he was the guy to put together the first ever esports team, right? So before he put it together, he was like, I gotta get all-purpose champ, another name I go by. I gotta get the cowboy to be a part of it. He's so competitive, but I can't tell him about it first. I gotta give him the game. So he was trying to win the game to give it to me to entice me to be a part of the team. I had no clue. Ray won. Ray gave it to me, and then Batpixie inboxed me and said, "Dude, I was trying to win that to give it to you, but some guy named Ray won." I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." They had no clue. Anyways,
I like that story. Like how you
So let me bring it full circle. So when I was playing the game, I said, dude, this game is epic. The Stadia community would love it. So we end up doing the esports league. We was new, so we got beat up pretty bad. Just want to say that my team was the first ever esports league. Jeff team was the first ever Stadia esports team to have a match. But when our teams went against each other, there can only be one. Wait, Razak was on that team as well. And
For the record, I didn't get to play in that match.
Well, either way, you were part of the team. So with that said, I was like, it would be awesome, right, to do a Stadia tournament, but just pretty much Stadia players to people who are, new to the game. Because like you said, people have been playing it for years. Like those guys are high level. So I kept telling myself, man, I want to put this together. And Jeff said, dude, you need to do it. And so to be honest with you, Jeff really pushed me. I said, Jeff, I'm going to do it at some point. He said, dude, you've been talking about it for how long? So he kind of pushed me in. So I want to put it together. But I will say this, Jackie.
Especially now since it's pro, there's no
better time.
Right? There's a lot of pro people who didn't buy it before. Now they can have it. It's going to make it that there are, and I know there's a lot of people who don't have pro, can't afford pro. I understand that. But again, it's going to be on pro. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, but the thing is though, we won't make it as long and drawn out as the esports. Like that was so epic, but there's a lot of time constraints. What we were thinking, I was mainly thinking maybe just do like a 1 day, event for a couple hours, just to get our feet wet, get the people into it, and so they don't feel like it's such a great obligation. Get some trash talk. Might even switch it up. Might have some 2v2s because the way the game you guys designed is awesome. You don't have to have a whole. One time, me and Jeff had a 1v1, and he could only say he beat me because I think I picked. Whatever I picked, there was no way for me to win. I don't know. I picked a little dude.
That's right. You picked the queen.
Okay.
So all I had to do is just keep putting berries, or it's
something.
No way of winning.
But anyways,
Clive will be able to see firsthand if Anthony's better at making things than everybody.
Let me
else.
tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. Let me just say something to you. Has everybody in this panel heard of Evo?
No.
Do you know what that is?
Not a clue.
Evo is the world's largest fighting game tournament. You know who actually was?
I don't play
Evo?
Fighting games.
Okay, then. So don't tell me about tournaments. I know. Listen, I created. They call it Video Game Clan. I don't know. I want to say maybe 20 years ago, right? And my team, we won 18 straight games until we lost our first. 18 straight tournaments, individual tournaments. 18 until we lost our first.
I feel like if I would have gone to the arcade in like mid 90s, I would have seen you in there with like fingerless gloves on like the Dance Dance Revolution machine, just like that's who I feel you would have been, not the fighter guy.
You been at the Pac-Man? Pac-Man machine?
No, I was in there whooping people in Mortal Kombat, Killer Instinct, Tekken, you name it. But anyway, long story short, Jackie, Go ahead, Ryzen.
Now, I was to say, I was actually one of the people that actually paid full price for the game. So, woohoo!
I mean, I did too when it came out. But remember back in the day, arcade. So here's what's funny. Back in the day, arcade machines was more powerful than what you had at home. So you would go to arcade and be like, look how amazing it looked. Now, the arcade machines can't touch what we got in our living room. It's crazy, right?
Shoot, they can't touch your phone.
Yeah.
It's in your pocket.
I got this.
So
phone right here, Jackie.
Jeff, I'm going to share. I'm going to do a screen share so you can pull it up when you're ready.
What do you think of that? What do you think of our little tournament idea?
Where am I going here?
No, you don't. You just sit. I do it.
Okay.
Yeah, you just sit. I'll do it. What do you think of our little tournament idea?
I love it. I think I am so excited. We're here to support that. I think the Stadia newbie tournament, however it lays out, I think it's something that has been in the back of my mind, but I just haven't had the bandwidth to put together. So we're here to support you guys and cheer you on. And I don't know.
Listen,
how to do like a we'll promote your streams and then get you guys on a playlist and certainly, grow that Stadia Pro community. When we launched, we were really hoping to be on Stadia Pro. So it's super exciting that the time is finally here, and groups like you that already know the game, just kind of being advocates for how fun it is. And it is hard, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And so it's, you want to respect that and respect the players that put in so much the time and the things that they discover. This is your journey. So you guys can find
Jackie, in honor of you being on the show, I think we should name it the Stadia Newbie Tournament.
I love it. I mean, we do have the newbie thing has been said, but I love it. The Stadia newbie. And I have to apologize. My Wi-Fi must be horrible on my video.
Here's the cool thing too, Jackie. Even some people might say, I'm not a newbie. I played on computer. But it's new to Stadia.
Exactly.
So Jackie just named the tournament. The Stadia Newbie. Should we use tournament or championship? Which one, Jackie?
I think you should call it Jackie's Newbie Tournament.
Oh, you don't want to affiliate me with anything. That's bad branding for you guys.
Not at all. Well, so Jackie, should we use the word tournament or championship? Which one? Whatever you say goes.
Like
Stadia
tournament.
Newbie.
Let's do tournament. And then what I'm seeing here is all the winners of, because there's going to be more tournaments for our Stadia folks. Then there's championship. Maybe we do like an annual event.
Did you tell us about Game Over?
I think I have to play this. I think we have a North American or UK. We could have a North American winner, a UK winner, and because just reading some of the.
So are you going to do brackets by country?
Oh my goodness, I don't know. I lost you. Hold on.
We lost Jackie.
Oh, you got me now?
Yep.
Are you there?
Right, yes.
You never left us.
Okay,
I did. I was like, see ya.
I wanted to show Jackie the impact that they have across the whole portfolio here. So this is a shameless plug, but I host a Stadia trivia game show called Game Over. And we just had an episode a little while ago, and Clive, who's in the chat, beat Bryant Chappelle from the Nerf Report. If you know what the Nerf
Clive
Report
is my favorite content creator. Okay. Just want to say that.
I recognize both of those names. You guys are awesome. And when I heard you mention your trivia show earlier, I'm curious. I need to get a piece of this.
This is one of the questions from today, and this is strictly for you. Can you name the game from this title screen audio clip?
King Black, baby.
There you go.
That's a great. When a celebrity gets asked, their names and answer on Jeopardy. Oh, this is awesome. We could do like a special all Killer Queen Black trivia because I was playing around like putting maps on Instagram stories and having people guess. People are really into that kind of engagement. But there's some really good trivia there. Have any of you guys played Killer Queen, the original, or the cabinet version?
I did not. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, you're fine. They're few and far between, but it's funny because their soundtrack and Matt has talked about this in the Codex podcast with Dave and other places. Like they're kind of more on the punk music scene, and then we take kind of that heavy metal persona. So absolutely love Power Glove. Did all our soundtrack. Our last update, which was probably April or March, we did update some music, and as you all know, we're sitting on another release. So hopefully
new maps
announced soon.
Well, I got
new maps, right? New maps,
new map, new character, a lot of bug fixes, little party feature updates.
I got to ask the tough question here, Jackie. Okay,
Hello.
because it wouldn't be no yes men if we didn't ask a tough question.
Cool.
Why at the beginning of each round do you need to tell me all 3 ways I can win?
Right. Yeah.
I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to kill, and I'm like, oh yeah, military.
Right. So there's a couple of reasons for that. One, I mean, the anticipation, but also we heard people's hands start to hurt. And so it's kind of like a break for your fingers. So yes, we have the emotes and dancing, but it was kind of more a little bit of accessibility, a little ADA compliance minded to say, okay, you've been jamming and flapping, rest your hands. Like depending on what you're using, controller, keyboard. So really that's why
that is a fantastic answer. And it is, it's absolutely, I get it. Oh, there goes Anthony. Bye, Anthony.
Bye.
Oh, nice. He's full screen now.
Oh, that's how you.
No, I just always wondered because
I'm going to do a lighting Q&A with you guys and get my studio up to par here. But it's a great question. And actually one of the scathing Steam reviews is like, why does it take so much time in between games? And it's like, that's kind of why. Just take a break. Give your hands a break. Take a drink of water.
No, I actually on the Switch a while back, I used to play a game. I don't know if you ever heard of it called Duck Game.
No.
It's along the lines of Killer Queen Black, where you have like the platforms you can jump up on, but there's weapons all over the place, and it's very pixelated, and you do that. So when I first played this, I was like, oh my God, this actually really reminds me of that, because I loved that game. Yeah. And then we just started really playing this. Jeff reached out and was like, hey, I was just talking to somebody and we can be in a tournament. I was like, done. I'm there. Let's go. And then we played our first match and we got absolutely waxed. And it was like, all right, maybe I shouldn't have signed up for a competitive tournurnament. So there's definitely a learning curve to be able to play with them.
Right. But before that, the team we were playing invited us in to have they were awesome practice session. I did that live on my SBCN screen. So I had that. I was trying to talk to the chat. I was also trying to pay attention to what they were saying. So, and I had this conversation with that Pixie. They are disgustingly nice.
They are. And you said something about our Stadia community being so supportive and nice. I was blown away by how nice the people were that we got to play against in that Killer Queen Black community. Manouche especially, if you know Manouche.
I do. That's the thing with a small community. We really do know a lot of the players, and I will give them credit. They maintain and keep a safe space. The B Game League has a separate server so that they have, they can manage it and they can kind of, keep it safe for all ages and for everyone. I think with lockdown, it was a little different because when we launched the game, we were expecting people to play on their couches together. We were expecting people to have parties of 8 people and not rely on quick play and not rely on having ranked games all the time. So the community, they want to see new people in ranked. So they are phenomenal in developing resources and reaching out. If they see a group playing Killer Queen Black, they want to get in on it. And, it's a fine line between like, okay, some people are, doing their own little thing in their small college group, but then you have this passionate echelon of folks who are just like, this is how you strategize. This is theory. And it's like, mind blowing, but very helpful too. So
I'm sorry, guys. I live in New Jersey and it's hailing right now.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm like, what the heck is? And I hear boom, boom, boom. I'm like, wait, what? So that's why I ran out there. I'm like,
Manouche.
We're glad you're back.
Manouche was awesome.
She would message me every week and say, here, so here's a link. Oh, by the way, the team you were supposed to play dropped out. So if you wonder why, that's what happened. That's what, like, I was always updating me, and then I would update my guys, right?
That's
so always messaging me about things that I didn't know. Because I also don't know what I don't know about this, right? We just kind of jumped in.
Yeah.
We just dumped, Bat Pixie and his side and me and Ryzak and William and Squids and we just jumped in, and we actually had a non-Stadia player because he was looking for a team, and I think what is the lady what is her name?
These knees?
Yes. She messaged me and she goes, this guy's looking for a team. Can he join your team? Yeah, sure, come on over. So,
awesome.
Right. So
was that Kilobyte?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, he was really good.
Yeah,
he was pretty good.
Yeah, so I know you guys. I know you know, Pixie and Anthony. They had the All Stadia team. Well, we invited another guy in just because.
Nice.
You know.
Well, you know what, Claw or CLW, and he just joined the Stadia Bash Community Network. I'm not sure if you know what the Stadia Bash Community Network is, Jackie. Do you know what we are?
I don't know the exacts, but I think I've interfaced with you guys. Are all over. You make sure that you're streaming. If I'm correct, like a good chunk of the day, there's always a representative online live streaming. You guys are very active on Twitter, which Twitter is kind of my favorite social media network for the game. So yeah. So tell me more though. Who's kind of the...
So the Stadia Bash Community Network is something pretty cool. Awesome guy named Spectre. A lot of people go by different names, but Spectre came to me back in December and said, "Hey, I want to do some type of thing for the community," and he thought I was like a bigwig. So I was a part of Stadia Source at the time, and so he was like, "Dude," and I didn't even know. I'm thinking like, "Who's this guy inboxing me talking about let's create something?" And they had a big thing called Stadia Super Saturday where each person plays for an hour, and it's like a 24-hour thing, right? And everybody, it's like you pass on a baton, and it's your turn to stream, right?
Oh,
so him and I came up,
Oh, that's awesome. I wish more people could do that.
Yeah, so we came up with a thing where it's Monday through Friday. So different people have different times. You do a 1-hour slot, and you do the same slot every week, so everybody knows it's your time. So it just got cool. It got bigger and bigger. A lot of people joined it. And it's just been a really cool thing to showcase two things he said. He said, I want to showcase Stadia and the content creators. So I kind of took since I always run in my mouth, and I just reached out to everybody I know. And when it first started, it wasn't a consistent thing. It was called the Stadia Bash. So it kicked off December to January. And it ended on January 1st for that week. And it was a cool thing. We had some of the bigger guys join it. And then we did a very next one. And then we had a guy that said, what if it was like a network? We was like, what do you mean? It's like, what if somehow we was able to have like a TV station? And so because I love YouTube, I've been on YouTube for like 11 years. I was like, I know what we could do. We can make like a playlist. And so when a person streams, so what I did is I created one channel that's called the Stadia Bash Community Network. And when you stream, I put it in a playlist. So I have a Monday playlist, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We actually did a Stadia Bash Community Network Black History Month. We did Stadia Bash Community Network Women's History Month. We did like different events, and it was, you know, people that play video games got to get together and talk, and we streamed it. And it's been a lot of fun. So Ryzak's show right now is part of SBCN. It's every Thursdays. Again, he's doing 2 today. Jeff does a SBCN stream. I do one. My wife do one. My daughter does one. And it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. And it's like I said, it's all over. People in UK, people in Canada, United States. It's a lot of fun.
We see you joining. Yeah, we see you joining a lot of the shows and stuff. You've been very active as a community manager, and you know, helping to support everybody. Pretty much everybody I've seen you with has had a show or has a show on the SBCN.
Yeah, and they're awesome. I got to get on this trivia show, but I've loved everyone that I've jumped in and watched. Retro Rewind. I don't know if that's like an offshoot.
Jeff is a part of it. Yeah.
I'm older. I vibe with that one. Got to get on this trivia.
If you have another community manager for a game that you talk crap with, I would love to have you guys on the game show head to head.
Okay, that'll be fun. Yeah, we could do like the Bumble Bear and the Liquid Bit. So the Killer Queen, they have a new game. The Zombies is out.
Yeah,
that would be a fun one.
There you go. We could definitely make that happen. That'd be awesome. Whoa. I have a one thing that I need to say to you personally. And that is that last Friday you were on Lee's late show playing Grid, and I was in first place, and I was coming around the corner, and you were sitting in the middle of the track, and I ran smack into you, and I got third, and I was very upset.
So I was playing the game.
I was like, I turned the corner and there's just a car sitting there, and it was like boom, and I was like, what? Who's in the middle? And I hear her in the chat, and she's like, I'm trying to figure out what to do, and I was like, oh, I feel so bad.
Yeah,
I was in first.
It was perfect. It's so fun. I really enjoyed that game. I've thought about that game a few times since we played it on Friday, and I'm gonna get good at it. I'm gonna figure out how to not trash my car.
Yeah, Grid's great.
Like, manage
they set you up for failure. They put the damage on. You can play it without damage, so you know.
Yeah, that was
that was I needed to tell you that you hurt my feelings on Friday night. Sitting in the middle of the track.
Well, you made my day. I'm sorry, that's an opposite emotional response, but I'm like, wow, cool. First, you know, chilling at 11 the whole time.
And now what I heard was Cloud Gaming Dad paid her to just stop in front of you. That's the word on the street. I don't know if it's true, but that's what I heard.
I heard he's too nice to do that. So
that could be that.
Rainbows and unicorns, right, Jeff?
Or maybe his alter ego, Dr. Sense.
I'm telling you, it's getting
I was wondering,
kind of weird.
Is that real? Is that Lee? I don't think so.
Listen, I'm telling you that. Listen, I broke the story first, guys. Don't stand
together.
me.
We've never seen them in the same room.
We never seen. One day it was funny, right? We were talking about the nicest person. We all said, Lee, Cloud Gaming Dad, he has to be the nicest person I've met since I ever been on the internet in my life, right?
I think he's a 1A to raise 1B.
Yeah. We was like, what if he just had like a bad side? We was like, I said we should have a trivia show just trying to figure out what's the worst things he ever did, right? And I was like, well, what if he has an alter ego? I was like, what if he's Dr. Sense? Because Dr. Sense has just like that. He has an avatar,
CGI,
so CGI avatar, so you see his mouth move. So I was like, what if that's him?
I once saw somebody posted that, and I did a little rabbit holing, because it's kind of the thing with even Discord. Like I find out that a lot of people have double personalities in our Discord, and I'm like, so our member count is really only 80% of this because you're all playing off 2 IP addresses. But that's the world of gaming, and somebody. I deal with that a lot. I mean, we typically don't have to ban or kick people out, but we'll have a situation of somebody like being really rude to others, and we'll kick them out, and then they come back, and the troll and Smurf life of the gaming world.
It's great.
When we have someone like that, Ryzak and I join a show with them.
That's right.
That would be instead I'm just like screenshotting everything for my future book, like in 10 years when like all of this gaming streaming and all of this is super normalized. I can be like, well, in the beginning people were telling devs to literally F off in chats. Like, here's some demands.
So, Jackie, we have a question from the audience.
Ooh, I'm trying to keep an eye on the chat, but
what is your favorite Stadia game? And I'm going to add that's not Killer Queen Black because we know that's going to be your answer. So
Grid. I mean, I'm just kind of introduced to it and getting addicted to it. I am going to look. I need to get some more games in my Stadia library, particularly some retro games, and tap into their trivia gaming. But yeah, I just got on board with Stadia, playing Stadia about 2 weeks ago. I discovered as a dev, like the accounts were, I can't really play on that account. So I had to set up a new Jackie Lee Rash, and oops, I gave away my last name. See, I'm bad at trolling. It's working, but yeah, no,
rewind this, cut that out, Jeff.
Yeah. They do Pac-Man, Jackie. Pac-Man is on Stadia too.
Pac-Man. I'm gonna get Pac-Man on Stadia after this. I have it. I gotta like talk
Bomberman.
I want to put Bomberman was fun, but that was chaotic. Once I figured out who I was dead. So I need to.
I have heard you're more of a retro gamer.
Well, I have to explain. The Pac-Man on here is called Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle, and it's actually like Bomberman, so you might not like it. It's 64 different Pac-Mans. Well, you know what? It's not as chaotic because Bomberman had so many people at one time. It's usually not that many people in one screen, but you could jump from a screen into somebody else's screen, or you could stick to your own, but people could jump in yours. So just let you know, it's a lot of fun.
I need to grow up. I need to start seeing these new ways to play.
There you go.
The massive multiplayer gaming, we thought 8 people online was a lot of work, but some of these other games with these huge player base at the same time.
Like the Hollywood squares of video games. You can just,
you are a game show host, right? So I was a game show host before, and I've always wanted to be one again. So maybe we can tag up and do like an offshoot someday.
I am always.
Can you say what you hosted?
Definitely open.
Yeah, I used to host a show called The Hobo Spaceship. So you can find it at thehobospaceship.com. What started as like 48-hour film festivals turned into a live action variety show. So we had a live band and did kind of like a name that tune game show. My favorite game show I created was called Candy Crush, but not what you're thinking.
You created Candy Crush?
I did.
First.
We would blindfold somebody and they would eat a piece of candy and chew it up. Oh, you'll see me. I'm in a blonde wig here. You'll see me. It's like, but we would chew up candy and then spit it on a piece of paper, and somebody else had to guess what that crushed candy was. So you would chew up a bunch of like M&Ms, Candy Crush, and get it if you get it right.
Well, I get it. That's cool.
You used to chew up candy and spit it out, and then they had to put it in their mouth, and they had to decide what it was.
Yes, and they had to say that looks like a Butterfinger. And then however many you got right of chewed up candy. So if you go to like events,
can't do that now with COVID.
No, this is a Chicago thing, but definitely I miss that world. Variety show. Go to Variety Show 3.
Oh, this is fantastic.
So they called me Captain Jackie, and I can't believe we're talking about this. This is such a piece of my life that I miss and love.
We should have led with this. This is better content than Anthony's.
Well, I'm really trying to recreate the vibe.
Is that a little Jackie?
No, that's not little Jackie. That was one of the neighbors was babysitting her nephew, and we said, "Hey, that kid's cute. Get him in here. We're going to make a promo for our live show." So basically, what we would do is we would fill this warehouse with about 50 to 100 people. We'd buy a keg of beer. It was donation only, and then we had 3 different stages. So you had kind of your main stage with the band.
My goodness,
a green screen stage. It's really ahead of its time, and I wish that we would have been able to monetize it, but we were all just kind of like in the midst of making our careers. But
I definitely need to step my game up. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it would be comedy. I mean, there's me.
That's you? Wait,
that's
you?
my alter ego. Yeah.
Oh, you look like disco Jackie right
that's
there.
That's Captain Jackie.
Like Disco Stew from The Simpsons.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't make these stop.
Yeah, it was really neat. So you can see the green, like we had a sheet there that we were projecting on, and then there was a live band behind that. And then off to one side, we would have a green screen with what you're seeing projected behind me.
So Jeff, when you're done, I want you to let you guys laugh at me real quick. I actually hosted a game show. So my gamer name on everything is All Purpose Champ.
Wow,
so
does everybody have a game show?
So a buddy of mine, this was years ago. A buddy of mine, he makes films, right? So we knew each other from the video game tournaments I used to do, and he knew I used to win a lot. So he said, "Dude, I know you love Tekken. I want you to host a Tekken tournament. It's going to be a one-off." And I hosted it. And I said, "Well, could I be in it?" I just want to say I was in it and won. But anyway, so he was like, actually, that's where the cowboy hat came from. So when I hosted it, I had no hat on. I had a blazer on. But then it was like an alter ego. When I was in the tournament, I put gloves on and a cowboy hat, right? So anyway, he said he liked it so much. He said, "Dude, let's make it an ongoing thing." So we did have a bunch of episodes. But here, let me show you this real quick because this is funny. But his brand was called Club Ultra TV.
I like that.
And eventually, we end up having we had like a intro, and we filmed a bunch of stuff. But check this out. A lot of the gaming guys don't even know I did this. This is hilarious.
See, it goes beyond gaming, and that's like the cool thing about the gaming community is like there's a common bond, but we all have real lives. We're not online gaming and making games all the time. Oh wow, look at that!
So yeah, you
look like Hitman.
Yeah, right. So yeah, we had a tournament for Fortnite.
Okay, we're gonna do some fun game show. I'm into this.
Anyways, so what happened was when someone would win, they would be considered the all-purpose champion because I was all-purpose champ. So if you won, then you got to be at the end of the thing, and you was the all-purpose champion. And we did Pac-Man, you name it. We did different shows, and it was pretty cool. And I was the host. I had like a raffle thing, so I would roll a raffle thing and pull out a little ball that had like, you will play this and that. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, these guys I know, they didn't even know that.
I knew it because you told me about it, but I'd never seen it.
Okay. So my channel is an everything channel. I got videos with my granddaughter. I got videos with my dog. I do product reviews, movie reviews, gaming, you name it. It's I do it all.
I like that videos with my dog. Have you guys seen my dog? He's sleeping over there. Oops.
Bruce Campbell's in the chat. Is that you there on the guitar? Where'd it go?
Bruce is awesome.
Oh, look at Bruce.
Is that Bruce Campbell on the act there?
Ripping it, shredding it.
I don't know, Bruce. I gotta meet Bruce. But yeah, I mean, I would love to do stuff if anyone is into, comedy, doing short sketches, music, whatnot.
Nice.
There's always space for a hobo spaceship revisited.
Yeah, let me know.
It's all about networking. It's all about networking.
Yeah.
I love playing games, but I've had more fun trying to create a show And,
I love it.
You know, I have actually, you were with them on Retro Rewind. So William, Stadia Pro Gaming, he's actually joining me for the second season of Game Over. And we're going to expand it a little bit more into not just Stadia, try to see if we can bring in some more crowd. But I love the game show thing. I mean, my uncle used to do like a Love Connection type game show when he was a counselor at a high school. You know, so I think that's kind of what started it for me. And then what got Game Over going was I told Anthony I'd always had this vision of doing like a Family Feud type game show. But I couldn't figure it out. And so Family Feud is a game that's on Stadia, but it's very hard to put that up to stream because the way you have to do it is through Twitch, and we don't use Twitch. We use YouTube for Stadia Bash Community Network. So I said, go ahead.
Oh no, I would say we're going to do a Family Feud. I love it. I did a kind of a mock-up one as well.
Yeah. It's just fun. It's fun to have silly answers and see what people come up with, because when you have the contestants that can actually be the show, I find that to be, you know, fun, and you never know what you're going to get.
You have to start surveying. You'd be like, you know, out of 1,000 Twitter followers, and like send out a form of questions, because that's how you have to get the most popular answer. You know, when we did it, people walked in the door of a party and we had them like vote for like, if I could remember a good one, you know, like what's a drink every bartender knows how to make? What is something you'd find in a burglar's car, whatever. And we tallied them all up by hand, and then had a couple people give their answers. And I mean, it's a lot of work when you're doing it manually. So I'm thinking there's a way we can figure this out.
I'm sure Jeff could create some algorithm for us. He's good at that stuff. So
I want to know who the other community manager is that would face Jackie. I know who,
you guys can put me up and have me meet someone new. I mean, the community managers, we're all just coming out of our shells. I feel like the last year there was a lot of royal we, and you didn't know who was the actual kind of voice of the development firm. You have moderators in your Discord, and they're kind of like your face and your community folks. But as you know, the Grace Yangs and the Victoria Trans and like the as these community managers start to have a little bit more of a personality of their own online, and aren't necessarily attaching themselves to the development brand all the time. I'm feeling like I'm meeting more and more, but we're still kind of hiding.
Do you all have like your own Discord channel or something? Do you guys like talk amongst yourselves? The community managers of Stadia.
They
all complain about Sony and Microsoft and Google. They all just said, "Did you hear what Sony did today?" And it's all internal, NDA stuff that they can't talk to anyone else about.
You know,
let me ask you this, Jackie.
People think, you know, a lot of community managers wear a lot of hats, and so because it's not a defined role. I mean, that it's kind of a new thing.
What is the role, right? Like, you're supposed to be everywhere and make everybody happy and give everybody the news. And you know, if you don't respond to somebody, then you know, oh my gosh, shame on you. I imagine it's completely ridiculous.
It's a bridge. It's like empowering the community and then feeding to the development team the accolades and the compliments, but also kind of saying, hey, here are some issues that we have. The community is upset about this. So there's a lot of messaging delivery that's not necessarily just for the community. I do work with all of our, you know, platform managers, and those are folks that aren't community managers. They're like marketing leads at Microsoft and all these offshoots that they have. So you work with a lot of different audiences. So
let me ask you this, Jackie. Do you think at some point there'll be a Killer Queen Black Part 2?
We talk about what that would even be. So Bumble Bear is very, they created the Killer Queen universe, and they had other development firms approach them about bringing it to the home console. So if there were two, it would be, at that point, it would either come from us, come from Bubble Bear, or it would be a vetting process of, a third party development firm that maybe pitched something. We get a lot of questions about, we want to design our own maps. That's not this game. So that's just not ever going to be in this game. Cosmetics are something that we do talk about. It's really hard to make a cowboy hat. Even before we knew you, Cowboy, like there have been, Killer Queen has hats. And so even in those, there's a lot of Killer Queen Black .2 things that we still want to do.
So I want to say this, I got to give shout outs to Back Pissy, and it's a shame he's not watching tonight. But so when he did our Killer Queen Black, when he created the group, right, he wanted to specialize it. So he put the guy on the snail, when he got his hand up, he put a cowboy hat on him. He put for CLW 22, his thing is, he put like a clock on his chest. Like he actually put things on the different characters. So I'm just saying that Batman
did the red
cowboy hat.
I mean, so I'm all about it. I mean, time, we got a few, things to work through, but yeah, I down the road, I do see evolutions of it. I mean, even Killer Queen Black, the black team, and the premise is to have this top team of the globe. And so we need to get there and before we start figuring out like the next evolution of the game. I kind of joke, I live in Colorado and Denver. So, I always joke like Killer Queen Green and have everything be a little like party time theme.
Killer Queen Black Among Us.
Right? There's some room for mashups. There's a lot of mashup room.
Squids would be
Fall Guys. I don't know if we were really like, we got to get a skin, our little bear skins, and I don't even know. They're not really bears, bumble bears, workers.
Squids would like the green version.
I know, right?
Our boy Squids. I know you've at least heard of him.
Yeah, I was on last night in the chat watching them.
Oh, that's right. You were in the chat last night. That's right. Yes, you were.
Yeah, I was going to play. I was like making dinner, double duty. And whenever I see one of your streams come up, and if my husband and I aren't up to something, I'll pop it on, and it's always entertaining.
Your poor husband. He has to share you with all of us slouches.
Oh, he thinks I'm so cool, so it's okay.
Nice.
So just to remind people, we are planning a Stadia tournament. This is why Jack is here. We don't know exactly when and how it's going to work yet. Anybody has ideas, send them over to Anthony or Ryzak or myself, and we'll figure this out. It might be 2-on-2. It may be 2-on-2 with or without bot.
Right. We'll put it together. You know what it is, man? Once I start putting my brain on it, so my thing, oh, look, it's Ray.
I know.
The game is
I haven't seen this. I like this.
Here we go. Once I start putting my brain to it, man, I just love competitive stuff. I love fighting games. And Ray's the guy that gifted me the game, so that's cool. But when Ray gave it to me, he said, "Dude, you're gonna love it." And when I played it, I was like, "This is like brilliant." It's like so many games. It's like a sports game, but a hack and slash game. Yep. But definitely, I can't wait to really put because when I was thinking of tournament, we were in a tournament. I said it's too much to put my brain on being in a tournament and doing a tournament. But now things has calmed down, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. But
be sure to check out Jackie and I's new game show too that she just talked about, but we haven't got a name for it yet. That's coming our way.
I mean, 100%. You're getting me after this because that's going to happen.
Can it be the hobo something else?
Maybe, yeah.
The hobo something. The
hobo cloud experience. There you go.
Well, you know what?
Hobo's in the cloud.
I'm used to Ryzak being super clean cut, and he kind of looks like a hobo today. So
hey, we all do. I'm embracing 100 degrees in Colorado.
It's been a long week, man. I've had to plan 2 game shows. I have to execute 2 game shows. I have to sit here with you knuckleheads and Jackie. It's been a week.
Why would you say that about Jackie?
I'm gonna consult you guys for better lighting here. I'm like, by the time we do the game show, it's gonna look like Price is Right back here. That was one of my winning moments of life. I sat in the audience when Bob Barker was still there, right.
Oh, wow.
I didn't get to come on down, but I was there.
I'm a game show nerd, so that's
Jeff was
awesome
on a game show. Jeff, you want to tell her about you?
It was not a game show.
It wasn't a game show. It was reality TV.
Oh, nice. Did you win?
It depends on what you classify as winning.
It was a show that aired here in Canada called Canada's Worst Handyman.
Oh, so you're not a good handyman.
There is a playlist. No, there are 35 million people in Canada, and I am in the bottom 5.
He wasn't the worst. But he was one of them.
Okay, those are the clips I need to look up after.
There is a playlist on I know you follow me on YouTube, so there is a playlist, and you can go.
That's awesome.
You can see all of its glory. I am going to sort of call it here because I see Dr. Spaceman is in the show.
Man.
And him and Ryzak, along with Ejimix, have something to do at the top of the hour. So if you're not busy at the top of the hour, flip over to Ryzak's channel
Yeah, the game over. You can see the show.
Okay,
game over.
The game over will be live in
15 minutes.
15
awesome.
minutes.
I will be there.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you all for having me, and we're excited about this Stadia tournament. I'm here to help you guys with some structure, and that amazing community will help hype it up, and we'll get you guys on track to whoop some butt.
Awesome. I know the guys on Lee's stream the other day, they weren't excited about the tank tops, but we're American. We love tank tops. So,
right. You got to show them guns.
You can just you slide Killer Queen black tank tops over. We'll take them.
Awesome. I love
it. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to join our
definitely.
Yeah, thank you so much.
This was so fun.
I didn't tell them until last night that you were.
No, you wouldn't tell me yesterday.
Awesome. Well, I'm not worth the hype. People were probably like,
nope. We had more people on when you got here, so
I do appreciate it.
The numbers are going up.
The show pretty much doubled since she arrived.
That's right.
Well, I mean, it is called the No Yes Men, so I thought maybe this was, I was breaking barriers by even being on.
We haven't had this is only like week 5, and we've only had a couple other guests. You are the first female guest, so this is awesome.
Yeah.
You broke the glass ceiling,
and the first important one.
That's true.
Aww, with my
sorry, Dave, and
No, you guys are great. I truly though, your content and what you guys are pushing out, and the way you represent Stadia, and Cowboy, you're raw and you're giving it, and you're real, and the whole Stadia Bash community. I just appreciate you guys. I'm glad we connected.
Thank you so much, Jackie. 100%. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
No, yes, women. I liked that. All right, have a great night. Bye.
See ya.
There's our boy Squids. They may come out with a green version for you. She's planning a green version just for you, Squids.
All right, I'm out of here. Have a great night, guys.
Take care.
All right, take care.
15.
There you go.
Awesome. Well, yes, you called it, Jeff. You called it at the right time. Thank you. So very good. That was awesome, man. She was fantastic. So I've gotten to hear her in some of the other streams. I got to watch her on Retro Rewind. I got to play with her on Friday over there with Lee. Yeah, she's awesome and super involved, and that's definitely what you want from a community manager. So super cool. Good guest, Jeff. Good job.
Yeah, awesome guest, Jeff. Man. So wait, I didn't have a guest on here yet, right?
That's because nobody wants to be your guest.
Oh yeah, Dave did reach out to me originally, but I think Ryzak, you kind of talked.
Jeff had Dave and I had Jay.
So I got to step it up.
I think it would be great to have Ray as your guest, but I know he won't.
Hell no.
I think he'd be perfect for your show.
I'll die first before I do anything with
That's not
Ray
true.
again.
That's not true. All right, Jeff, you want to take us out of here?
I do. Do you want to put a plug in for the game show that's coming up? Do you need to put a link?
Let's do it.
You want to put a link in the chat? Are you a mod? Can you do that?
I don't think I am, but it's all good. I don't mind. I am a mod, actually. I can do that. So, yes, in 12 minutes.
I even know that.
Yeah, right. In 12 minutes, please head on over and check out the second semifinal match for the Game Over tournament.
Clive for winning the first.
Yes. Clive was victorious over Bryant earlier, and it was wonderful. It was such a great show. They went all the way to the tiebreaker, and both of those guys are a class act. So I'm excited for this next one. Both of these guys are fantastic. So head on over, give these guys some support as they see who's going to take on Clive next week. We're going to probably do some Among Us. Tomorrow night? We're going to try to get that together for tomorrow night. So if you guys have Among Us on your phone or computer, Xbox, whatever, let us know, because we'll put that together and stream that. We can have 15 people in a game now. Don't forget to get your Summer Community Championship stream in before Sunday. You got Floor Kids this week. Big shout out to Jack, who I see in the tournament, for being awesome, and Clive and the rest of you guys that set that up. And guys,
let's go Spaceman in Canada. Let's go Spaceman.
Yeah, I just want to say I appreciate everybody, as always. Really, really, really do. So thank you guys very much. I will shut up now and let these guys go.
Anthony, where can they find you now?
Oh, and thank you, Jackie.
Everybody, yes.
And I can't wait for our game show.
We want to also say thank you to
that would be awesome. A community manager,
it sounds like we're running out of time. That's what I was thinking. Want to say thank you to Jackie. Want to also say thank you to Jeff excuse me, for getting Jackie. I want to say thank you to my wife for making this food. We want to say thank you to Stadia, because if it wasn't for Stadia, we guys wouldn't be connected. Guys, come check me out on Now Your Mama Knows. All of my content is on there. If you start typing the Now Your Mama Knows on Twitter, you'll find me there as well. Come check me out. Oh, that's right. We do a little show called the Sandy and Anthony Show, my wife and I, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So when you finish watching Ryzak, mosey on over to my channel and get your entertainment.
You should have Ryzak as a guest on that show, because he hasn't been on live enough. He has not been on live enough today. So.
Jeff, what you don't know is that I'm always on that show. I'm always on that show. I'm in the comments, and they like to say that I'm number one in their hearts, but number one in Sandy's heart.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just gonna eat my food and not say nothing.
Go ahead, Jeff. Oh, I put the link in the chat. So.
I just pinned it up for everybody to be there.
I
want to thank everybody. There's way too many people for me to name. I want to start obviously with Jackie. I reached out to her the other day and I said, we're thinking of doing this. I told her what our concept was about doing a little tournament. She goes, "That great." I said, "We're doing our show. Will you join?" She goes, "We can." I said, "How about at 7 o'clock?" Because I knew you were busy up until 6. And so I thought 7 to 7:30 would be perfect.
That's great.
And she was way better. I didn't know anything about her little variety show. That was awesome. Oh my God, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Definitely should have led with that. That would have been.
You weren't here. So, yeah. And then the whole show would have been the whole Jackie show with 2 hours of just Jackie. So
I would have watched it over.
There you go. So
listen, and then I wouldn't have been able to say stuff that's probably going to get me blocked tomorrow.
Well, that's probably what
I'm going to say. I think because this was on Jeff's channel this week, this was probably the most mild show that we've had. And Jeff, I think you're safe from not being blocked by anybody on Twitter once again. So congrats.
I did a full screen at Duncan, so he may still block me. So
maybe
that's true. Maybe.
He may still block. And this is going to become a no Duncan, a Duncan free zone from now on. No talk. If you start talking Duncan, I'm just muting you.
Oh, you can't. Every week he's going to say something that I got to.
Oh, poor Duncan.
I can do that, and I can mute Anthony, so now he can't talk anymore. And then see, that's a Duncan free zone.
Let me say something, Jeff. You do realize if we don't talk about Duncan no more, we'll lose some viewerships, right?
I don't think that's true. I do not.
Trust me, people come here.
I do not think that's true.
Well, are you serious?
I don't think they come here to hear.
There's some people. You see how you feel bothered by him? People want to hear us say why we're bothered by him.
We'll see.
Jeff Proto says, "What episode of that Handyman show were you on?" It's on your channel, but where can Proto find it?
There is a whole playlist, Ethan. I'm not supposed to call him Ethan. Proto.
So
there is a whole playlist, all 9 episodes. I was on all of them.
Check it out.
You're there to the end. You don't get booted off. It is on my channel. This is me. I want to thank everybody. Ray, Clive was in the chat. Jack, thank you. He said he was going to promote our. Hopefully Jack can participate. Jack did message me to ask me to participate in the summer community. I'm just not good at any of those games. And so I politely said, I'm just not any good. I'm politely declined. I appreciate the offer though from Jack. But yeah, there you go. So even Spaceman's got comments about that. Good luck, Spaceman. Go win it for Canada. Then you can beat Clive. Show us Canada is the best.
They call Ejimix a young gun for a reason.
And you see what Dr. Spaceman said. He doubted Duncan's wisdom many times and was wrong many times, Jeff. So like I said, when I take up for Duncan, sometimes people don't know it, but I take up for the guy. I actually like him. And
there you go.
He's right.
I'm going to say something else because I just see Jack and it just popped into my head. But Jack gave me like some unofficial, like super unimportant Stadia Streamer of the Month award. And I was blown away, man. And Jack's awesome. So I don't care if it's unofficial or not. I'm going to take it. Okay. And I'm going to make my own plaque and I'm going to hang it on my wall. So there, I'm taking it.
Get out.
I think you deserve it though. I really, honestly, and all the people I know, not knocking anybody, but Ryzak, you're on the, if I had awards, you will win hands down on the top of my list. And not just because we're cool. And we just, really recently got
I didn't
more
say
cool,
that for you to go on a rant about me. No, I just wanted to thank Jack.
Everybody, we are back next week. We are back. Where are we on your channel? Ryzak?
I still appreciate you.
We're back on Ryzak.
No, I think we're on my channel, aren't we?
Your channel next
week?
We're
wearing devil horns next week.
You know what happens when it's on my channel. I take the gloves off.
There you go. There you go. Thanks, everybody. I know Lee was here earlier. Thanks to Lee.
Dr. Sims.
Everybody. I know I'm missing some people, and I appreciate that. I'm not leaving anybody out. My boy Squiz was here. Everybody, thanks for tuning into our show. Thanks again to Jackie. And we will see you guys all next week. Spaceman, Alicia,
Thank you.
Good luck to both of you. Good luck on the show, right?
Game over.
I will
Spaceman
see you there in 6 minutes.
Mix. Let's go.
Listen, I just want to see Dr. Spaceman crush that bum Mix.
Oh my gosh. You're bitter. See you guys. Bye.
Bye,
Take
everybody.
care.
See ya.